So like Jurassic Park wasn't.
I didn't even look at Jurassic Park.
Yeah, well, there you go. And I actually really liked Bonds. Yes, it needs some more, code work, but other than that, I thought it was actually pretty fun. So I was glad I got to play that.
I actually thought it was pretty fun too.
Yeah.
Like I liked it more than I expected to based on what I've heard about it so far. Because I feel like everybody's like, code's not finished, it can be better, blah, blah, blah. But I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah. So Foo Fighters is there. Foo Fighters is really good. Scooby was there. I ended up playing Scooby once. The lines again were fairly long. Would they have 7 Scoobies?
Yeah.
8? Something like that,
Yeah.
Scoobies? They were all sold out. They had one that was a butter cabinet.
I think we played that one actually too.
And
not that it plays different.
And I think that Pirate actually got the butter.
Did he?
Yeah, so
That's
I think
exciting.
so. But that was fun. I would have liked to have a little more time on that. I really liked the bookcase, the upper playfield bookcase.
That was so fun.
It
Once
was
I
really
figured it
clever.
out. The first couple times I got to the upper playfield on Scooby, I was like, whoa, what just happened? And it took me a minute to realize, like, you have to hold the flipper. I think you actually told me finally, like, you have to hold the flipper so that it turns the bookcase and slaps it back in. Yes, Pirate got the butter cabinet. He got the butter.
Yeah, so I think that one is butter mean that it's screen printed on and then they put basically a coating over it? It's not just a laminate that goes on the side. It's some other process that I think that it goes through.
So it doesn't mean that Paula Deen did it?
No. It's a wide machine. Yeah, and it actually, speaking of which, maybe that's what it is. It is a wide body.
It was? Did I really not notice this?
And I was going to say that it's not supposed to feel like a wide body.
I didn't even notice.
There you go.
Well, intentions.
I think it just made
worked.
it so they could add more things to it, but it's not necessarily meaning that, how it played was all, funky.
Pulp Fiction was fun. Everything we played once besides Foo Fighters because there's enough that we could just play it a few times. But Pulp Fiction was fun.
Pulp Fiction had the
we had to wait for an
longest lines.
hour.
There was 4 machines.
There's only 4 of them.
They should have had 20.
Yeah. Everybody was constantly in line for that. So we waited the second day. We just went and got in line immediately and waited for an hour and finally got to play it once. And we're like, all right, we're not doing that again. So we'll just wait. Hopefully they'll have some at Northwest. But that one was fun.
I
would like
really liked
more.
that. I would have liked to have been able to hear it more.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they had it on like super adult mode, because I do believe that it can be super adult mode, if you will.
There can be some different language probably. And
very strong language, obviously because of the movie. But it was a lot of fun. I wasn't sure what to expect. There's no ramps. And then of course everything is just a digital display, right? There's no LCD or anything like that. And I wondered if I would miss it. I didn't. It would actually provide information, of what to shoot or what character you had lit. The lighting effects are really cool, not only on the back glass, which both I'll just call them premiums and pro. Both those models, well, no, actually they have two models. They had the LE and basically what I'd consider a premium. And both back glasses were mirrored back glass.
Yeah, they looked really cool.
They were basically the same except for the topper.
Yeah, the topper was awesome.
The topper's cool. That's in a sense built to match the game. So if one of the persons is talking and actually lights up that person, it's in time with the dancing and the music. If the playfield actually lit a character, the character on the back glass would also light up. So that was done really well. It looked really good. I was happy about that.
Pirate. So Godfather.
Yeah, Godfather's another one.
Godfather was fun. I feel like I was a little disappointed in the graphics they had on the sky. It's like such a big, beautiful
the screen. Not the playfield.
Yeah,
but
the animated graphics they had. Like when it pulled up, when there was a character up there, and I don't know, I guess you're gonna shoot him or something like that. But like the character would just be like just rocking and like opening and closing his eyes. I'm like, they could have done better. I feel like make him, I don't know. Look like he's
the playfield was
something or doing something.
There was a lot to, I suppose, shoot at for the playfield. That was fine. I think the flippers were still a little softer. Not quite as snappy. So I suppose it still has that sort of JJP type feel. Yeah, the animation was
trying to think of what else.
fine. I really liked how they did the scoring.
Oh yeah, I like.
You know, you can
some
only
of
look
the-
up so much. There's so much going
Right.
on the screen, so we didn't
Some of the
really have.
graphic or the animations were cool. Like
Yeah, they
the-
did scoring, which was basically.
like a restaurant check.
It wasn't a restaurant check. It was based on sort of what you owe the family, what's your debt to the family. So it was sort of in the books. They were keeping books on you. That was cool. So I would have liked to see more of the screen. I would have liked to play.
Hey
a little
Brian
more.
O'Neill, how's it going?
Hey Brian, how's it going? So what place did you make in your tournament?
Yeah, we were just talking. We didn't know. We knew you were in it and you were up there, but we weren't sure where.
When you posted the picture of the barbecue place, I thought I saw a tent. I wondered if people were actually camping.
Was somebody actually camping out in front of that place? I know. I'm so like, man. When I wrote you back that morning too, like we were still in bed. Not gonna lie. I think you were already getting there at that point. So
19th is great.
Oh, 19th. That's awesome. That's great.
Is there any point when you're playing the tournaments and you think that if I keep winning, that means I have to keep playing each day, and I don't want to keep playing each day? Or is it I'm winning and I want to keep playing each day?
The people in the tournament got to play a lot more pinball than a lot of us did because we were so
That's
busy
true.
waiting in lines the whole time to play pinball.
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh, Galactic Tank Force is the other new one we
Blankets
played.
and chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was like
Galactic
waiting
Tank
for
Force-
concert tickets.
Right.
Well, in the old days.
Well,
Nobody
remember
waits for
when we used
concert
to like
tickets anymore, do they?
remember when we used to go get in line for like when a new Star Wars movie came out, you had to go get in line like a couple hours before it so you could try to get a good seat. I used to do that with you.
Back many moons
Many
ago.
moons ago.
Yeah, that's right. Now you just get your seat online and then you just show up.
I've never even done that. To be honest.
That whole journey is done. Yeah. And Pirate City got killed by the solid state tables.
Oh.
Is it just because that was just tables that you weren't used to playing? So you weren't quite sure where within the rules that you needed to sort of shoot for to get as many points as possible. And then Brian says that thankfully it wasn't each day, as a round was around 2 hours. So it was more like I'm going to go get 2 hours less sleep
Yeah.
if I keep winning. Okay, so that's not bad at all.
Hey, Weary Warlord, how's it going?
Hey, how are you? We're talking TPF, obviously.
Yeah.
I think that's
Texas Pinball
that's
Festival.
the big thing. Yeah, and we were there.
So Vinny,
yeah.
I would say based on playing it once this weekend, I would say Deadpool over Godfather, but that's my personal opinion. I'm not super into Jersey Jack.
I would say
machines,
Deadpool over
but
Godfather.
You're probably more on his level of playing, so. But yeah. But we can ask chat too. Like, anybody that got to play Godfather this weekend, would you rather, if you're going to purchase a new pinball machine right now, should you get a Deadpool or would you get a Godfather? Let's see what everybody else thinks. Hey, D Kaiser, how's it going?
Hey, Pepper, how are you?
We managed to evade you at TPF. That's too bad. Are you on Discord? You should have joined Discord so we knew where to find you. We could have met up. Pepper, how's it going?
That song is a very happy song, isn't it?
Brian O'Neill says Deadpool, I think that's like $1 trillion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Pirate also said Deadpool over Godfather easily.
And then I learned that, or someone said that with Godfather, the LE model, because it's got all the stuff, like, I'll say gaudy, because I think that's, I guess, opulence, maybe, that are on the legs. And all
Isn't
that.
Gotti also a mob family?
I suppose.
Spelled different.
John
Spelled
Gotti.
differently, but.
But and it's held on by magnets. I think it's because I suppose you still have to pack all the legs and all that stuff. So that was interesting. I didn't go up and actually feel them to see if they were plasticky, like feeling. I didn't check any of that.
I heard that
out.
they were magnets. That it was
Yeah.
just like a magnet that was stuck on. So, I mean, part of me wanted to kind of like pull one off just to see, but I didn't because I figured if somebody started doing that, then everybody would start doing that, and then they'd just disappear.
And then Kaiser got a P3. I didn't end
I
up
just posted
playing
the
it.
Discord link again too, if anybody
I
wants
didn't
to.
end up playing a P3. There
Yeah,
were
lines.
What were there? There must have been at
Heists?
least 8, and they each had, because they had Weird Al. They had the new one that was on there. They had Heist. We did actually go in and watch the P3 presentation, so we could actually learn a little bit more about it. So that's cool. That was really interesting.
Who just Minty just followed?
Hey, Minty, how are you? Thanks.
Thanks for the follow, Minty.
And then Galactic Tank Force. That was another one. I ended up playing that. And then we were in line again. We were in line, and it was the two of us. Homegrown was in line with us. and I think that it was just getting tired. It was a sort of up kicker that was supposed to put it, and it wasn't going. I'm like, yeah, that thing's. I mean, the machines were non-stop going, so we didn't get to the second. There's lines again. So did you end up? Were there any more of the? I'm gonna just call it an LE because I don't know what they're calling their. Did you get the one that looks like a tank?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know too. And I also,
which is really cool looking.
I also agree with what Pirate said. His ranking of all the new pins. He said Foo Fighters, then Final Resistance, then Scooby-Doo, then Pulp Fiction, then Godfather, then Galactic Tank Force. I agree, except for Final Resistance because I didn't get to play that one.
Yeah, I would. But
I agree with the order otherwise.
I'm hoping that they show up at the Pacific Northwest show.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I might put Pulp Fiction and Scooby-Doo kind of tied too.
And actually end up getting one of the balls and Scooby-Doo, the balls that go up behind the flippers. Yeah. It like goes up and it's supposed to, I think it's supposed to be like a rock slide. I think is what that's supposed to be. And then the ball sort of falls onto the flipper. That was cool. I'm glad I got to sort of experience at least that mechanism. So that was fun.
Brent really liked Galactic Tank Force. Yeah. Brian said Foo, Galactic Tank Force, Pulp Fiction, Godfather, Scooby. I just loved that bookcase on Scooby. I thought it was...
Yeah, that was fun.
I feel like I need to play it more, though. Like, that one in Pulp Fiction I'm interested in playing more. Godfather and Galactic Tank Force didn't do much for me. Foo, I loved.
Galactic Tank Force looked great.
It looked awesome,
It looked really good.
Yeah, and again, like you were saying, they were played so much, like, I think something... We were actually going to even play The Simpsons. They had the new in-box Simpsons. We own it, but we're like, let's see what a brand new one plays like. But we looked at it, and you could already tell that the garage was tired. Like, the garage wasn't opening all the way.
Well, they have to, within that machine, if you have a Simpsons, by the way, if you have a functioning Simpsons, the Stern at some point in time had actually put out a notice saying that you had to replace the coil in the garage door. So we wanted to play it, and we got in line because we thought, well, hey, let's play a brand new out of the box. And I noticed that the garage door was halfway open, which means the ball's not going to go in.
It just knocks it.
That's the one thing that they still need to make a change. But they actually had a color DMD in it, so they had actually made changes to it to sort of get it.
And we got pin sound for our Simpsons, so I'm excited to put that in and see what that's like. I don't even know if I really understand what that is. I think it's like custom sounds, right?
It's a custom sounds pack, if you will, and then you can also add your own sounds if you want to create sounds. And then we ended up getting the headset jack for it, which...
Hey, good thing we know a Simpsons animator. Maybe you can help us pick some good Simpsons call-outs to put in there.
Yeah, because there's a zillion of them. So when we stream Simpsons next, the idea is that we'll actually have pin sound in it.
Yeah.
And I think I'll do a video of actually... I think it's without the S, Minty. So we'll see how that goes.
Or is it just not working? Translate.
We'll see how that is. I did finally see the Mandalorian topper. It looks great. I was happy. Still waiting for mine. And I was gonna wait to stream Mandalorian once I get that too. So I'm like waiting for these things to. Well, you know what they didn't.
Not working.
What they didn't have at TPF. I don't think they had a Jurassic Park. They didn't have a Deadpool that I saw. They had a couple Mandalorians. I think they were both for sale.
They had Safecracker.
They had 2 Safecrackers. We ended up getting coins. That was pretty fun.
I was really excited. He got one and I didn't the first time we played. I'm like, I have to get my own coin.
Yeah, and I had to get a coin because you got one the last time at a show.
Yeah. Our exclamation point things aren't working.
Exclamation point.
Yeah, like isn't translates one of them for the? The translates are Brian O'Neill and then there's lit frames. Is there a lit frames one? Can I try that one?
Oh, you know what I noticed is that within the commands, that I had a few of them set up and they didn't save. So it might be that they're just not. They decided not to.
Well,
work
what did you want to know, Minty? Well, we're happy to talk about. I feel like I'm gonna start playing pinball, and if you want to talk about the translates. I know that you probably still need to run in and check this out.
It's going to be all those commands.
Yeah, there's all the commands that don't work right now.
Mix it up. What are some of those we don't think?
Sorry, did I say Brian O'Neill? I did, didn't I? No, not Brian O'Neill. What's his name? Brian Allen.
Funny. You've become an artist and you didn't
Brian
even
O'Neill,
know it.
where's your translate? I'll put yours in.
Yeah, I think that, 2 of them are normal stern. Turtles and Spider-Man are normal stern.
I think it's because I was like literally looking at your name and then I went to say Brian Allen. I almost did it again. And there's some similarities in your last names.
So
Allen O'Neill. No, not really.
Yeah, they're not even. Yeah.
Not even close.
So I'll have to. I'll have to get that set up.
Minty can send us a special one. A special what? Did you actually make a translate? You don't have a homebrew, do you? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that, Merce. You can type in ! Follow age, I guess. I'm like reading it as one word. Follow age, and it says how long you've been following. That's cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I noticed I just tested one of them and it didn't, hey, whatever.
So, all right.
Hey,
Something's always broken on our
anything.
stream. So just, if something's not broken, I don't know what it even means if everything works right the first time. All right, I'm going to play pinball. Or did you want to play doubles?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I'm so excited to play pinball.
Yeah, that was the one thing is there was a lot of lines, and everything took a while to play. So I felt that this was a bit more of a social event.
Yeah, I would agree.
Than somewhere to actually go and play a lot of pinball. And then speaking of that, I saw a picture of the Pacific Northwest Pinball Show just posted a picture of where they're at with setting up the convention center, or it must have been from last year.
Yeah, because they're not setting it up
I'm like,
yet.
why would they do that? But I started realizing how many machines that they're actually going to have.
I feel like so far, based on my experience of going to Pacific or Northwest Pinball Show a couple times, and then TPF now once, TPF is definitely like a social party event with some pinball, and Northwest Pinball Show is like a ton of pinball, just like go and play pinball in arcades. And like there's, some social, I guess, but...
Yeah, sorry, Pirate, the exclamation point things apparently weren't happening.
Yeah. Ooh. Let's see. If you go back to TPF, you won't be playing in the tournament, so you have more time to hang out. That'll be fun. Then we can go get barbecue on a different day, maybe. We did go to Hard 8, and that was good. But and again,
that was our first.
We don't know what we're missing because that was our first barbecue experience.
Place where you walk in and you weren't really sure what to do.
Yeah, Frisco's like, you just
meat.
order it by the pound. I'm like, can I get less than a pound? What do you mean you order it by the pound? Like, I don't need a pound of meat.
Yeah, that was good. So that was a fun experience, and that was really nice because there were so many people that showed up, and then it ended up being, other streamers were, there. Joel was there, George was there, Don't Panic, and so there was all these other people that ended up being there as well. So it just kind of ended up being the sort of the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lobster says, yeah, I told you so. It was good. Yeah.
So what is it? Okay.
We ended up trying to go to Babes.
Yeah, but they're closed that day, or they're
right,
closed between 2 and 5.
Yeah, so we were like, hey, everyone meet at 2:30. Like, okay, sounds good. And then they were closed.
Yeah.
So that's when we ended up going to Hard 8. So we're trying to do different things each day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like for anybody
says
that
you just point and grunt. Hey, Combo Chuck.
Combo Chuck. I feel like for anybody that's coming to Northwest Pinball Show, we need to, what are the food things we tell them to go to? Because I don't want people going to Starbucks and thinking that's, Seattle preferred coffee.
Brian O'Neill says that he teared up a bit when he had the brisket at Goldie's.
I'm glad it was a glorious experience.
So it's probably better for us to have gone to Hard 8 then. So the next time when we end up going to Goldie's, we'll be like, oh, we have something to compare it to. Otherwise, we might not have that tier. Right. Or it would have ruined us forever. And we would just be upset at every other barbecue that we ever went to.
First, right?
Yeah, Combo, we have energy only because...
Might have taken a nap during lunch
We
today.
might have taken a nap. Yeah, and the alarm might have just kept being set to a different time. I was out of it. The first meeting that I had today, I was falling asleep. I was working from home, so I'm not going in.
We got home at 11 last night, and to go into the office, we would have had to wake up at 4:45. So that just wasn't going to happen today.
Yeah, Minty's very excited for bed. We got in at 11 p.m. last night, and our stay at the hotel It was fine, but it wasn't that comfortable. We're used to a bigger bed. Not that we had a twin.
So we reserved a king room, like a room with a king, right? But when we went to check in, they're like, well, we have the room you reserved, but the TV in it's broken. So I'm like, they're like, we can move you to 2 queens instead. And he's like, no, we gotta have a TV. So we just moved to 2 queens. So it was a little cramped to squish back into a queen bed after being used to a king now for a few years.
We thought it would be all right, but we left a review.
I don't think you cared. I think you just needed a TV.
But once but all the beds would have been the same.
Oh,
the
true.
pillows were fine. Pillows are never that great. But then when we got home,
well, we're normally like when we go to hotels.
It was like just a cloud.
When we go to hotels that are within driving distance, though, or like stay at a friend's house or something like that, though, we're like those people that bring our own pillows.
Yeah.
So, what just happened?
What? Wait. What? It didn't even tell me who.
Reaper just followed. What's up, Reaper?
Where's the Hey Reaper? How's it going?
I don't think it says it on here.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah, you can't probably.
I was looking at her phone.
It would be there, but you probably.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I was like, what? Why doesn't it show up? I'm always looking at different things to see who. Glad you made it. We were actually talking about.
We're just talking about barbecue.
All the barbecue, yeah. Reaper was there. Combo Chuck was there. Pyro was there. Frisco, Homegrown. Obviously the 2 of us. It was a really good group.
Reaper, thanks for the sub.
Hey, thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it. A little poison for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can actually. You can play along now. Yeah. So that's why we have a little more energy right now, because we got a little nap.
Yeah. I know that the O'Neills stayed at the Convention Center Hotel, right?
And you said it was okay. Was it? The bed's fine. It's just a typical hotel bed, I suppose. We thought it would have been nice to. Now we could have walked across the street. We did rent a car, and that was really nice because and Homegrown had a cooler.
Right.
Of all the things
somehow
to bring,
between like our powers combined.
Yeah. Wonder Twin powers. That was. I
was thinking more like Captain Planet, but sure.
Was there powers of Planet?
Do you know Captain Planet?
Not much, except trees. But that's only
like
from Saturday
not even
Night
real
Live.
Captain
I know
Planet.
it's not the cartoon. Yeah. So
there's 5 kids and they all have different rings with different elements. There's Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, and Heart. And with their powers combined, they create Captain Planet, who saves the world from evil baddies spilling oil and burning trees.
Wait, combo checks is an elevator with 2 other people, and then it started to shake for about 7 seconds before the door finally opened. Dude, that's never fun.
That's pretty scary.
At the Convention Center Hotel, it was one of those, where you could see that it was a glass elevator, so you could see out.
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
Yeah, that was
so we did pop up to the renowned Jersey Jack party just for a moment, like just to peek in, like see what's going on here, steal a beer from the kiddie pool.
So Brian, so we were across the street, but yeah, so we had the car, so we could actually go and get drinks or whatever it is. But yeah, having a room at the place also means that you can just go take a quick nap.
Yes.
So
we did that last year at Northwest.
Get off your feet a little bit, if anything.
At Northwest Pinball Show, the room we stay at is it's like a block away, but where we park the cars, basically, it's like the hotel that we stay at, the parking lot that we park in for the hotel, and then the convention center is all in a row. So we just can walk back and take a little snooze if we need a midday nap to keep going, or just want to get off our feet for a few minutes.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a benefit for the.
I'll tell you what.
For the next.
I feel like I played better pinball this weekend, probably because I wasn't trying to talk the whole time. Also.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's making me realize just how terrible of a pinball player.
I mean, a lot of times, at least for me, and it takes a time or two to be like, okay, what's the machine? How's it flip? How's it roll? Does the ball go to the to the right or left?
I'm noticing though that I'm just like not even fully paying attention.
Oh yeah, it's definitely different when you're trying to stream and not.
Not Jersey Jack. The guy's named JJ. Oh, I just thought that I actually thought when they were saying JJ, I was like, oh, is that Jersey Jack? I just made the assumption. That's funny.
I'm just trying to put in some new songs.
I should have asked you guys. You guys probably, you've been going to this for at least a few times, right? So you probably know all the details. Oh yeah, so Pirate, yeah, we saw that you messaged. Yeah, super crowded, very warm. I just felt like I needed to see the big, party that everybody was talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you have to at least go up.
So not Jersey Jack. It's JJ is actually the guy's name.
Oh, wasn't that, I was thinking it was from Mezzlemods.
Oh, is it the Mezzlemods guy?
I thought that's what that,
I don't know. We don't know who. Brian O'Neill, tell us who it is. Tell us what's going on.
I could have been wrong.
Set us straight. This song is courtesy of Pirate, by the way. I saw that he requested this as soon as he got here, the sea shanty.
Nice.
Wait, did I say Lobster or Pirate? This is a Pirate song that Lobster requested.
I'm just like putting songs in on the side.
Game exchange? Okay. Oh, man. JJ has parties everywhere. The first one is at the Drury Hotel in Pittsburgh. I wonder if he does it at, I've heard that there's a party at the Northwest Pinball Show too, but I don't know who hosts it. I don't know if they go to that one. Although Jack Danger's going this year, so maybe we're getting a little more relevant. Like we have like a, known pinball person coming this year.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, because last year they do seminars. And I'm trying to remember which ones they actually had last time. It must have been for a machine, but I can't remember what it was.
Another thing I like about the Northwest Show is like the tournament is in the same area as all the rest of the pinball machines, so you can kind of go watch people.
I was also able to look at the rig they were using.
And maybe if you're in the tournament, maybe you wouldn't prefer that. Maybe it's better to have it separated. But I thought it was kind of cool to just go like check out like what they're playing, and like we wouldn't have even seen the pinball tournament room at TPF if we hadn't met the O'Neills up there. I don't know if you could just go up there. Hey, Seraph, how's it going?
Hey.
Whole gang's here.
I figured I'd wait to wear my Juan solo shirt.
Dude,
when we stream Mandalorian.
We went to Chewy's, the Tex-Mex place, and he got a t-shirt there. They had funny shirts. Punny, really. They had punny shirts. But one was a Han Solo shirt, but it was Juan Solo.
And the blaster that he was holding were chili peppers.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
No! All right. Dedicated area is always better. Oh, okay. Yeah, Brian O'Neill said I hate that. Too many people wandering in playing the games. Oh, I mean, they had it sectioned off.
Yeah,
like,
it's totally sectioned off.
You couldn't go in there unless you were part of the tournament.
Yeah,
It was like separated, but you could still kind of see the lineup of games and see who was playing and stuff. Did you want to play?
And then they do have, then they have the announcer booth that's there, so you can walk by the announcer booth, or well, I guess you could say you could look behind him and probably
you can walk behind him and wave to your mom.
Yeah. Look,
Hi,
Mom on
Hi,
TV.
Mom. Yeah. That makes sense. So like at TPF, they wanted to reclaim the space. Yeah, it was really packed full of stuff. There's so many vendors.
What I learned is that Reaper's favorite band is Muse.
Really?
And that he would love a Muse pin.
Oh, okay. I feel like that could be
Barbecue conversation.
Wow, yeah, I was not part of that one. That's awesome though. I like Muse.
I can't remember your real name, but I can remember the band that you love.
Reaper said next time we got to hook us up with the better Tex-Mex places. Well, so the first time we were there, the place we went to was really good.
Yeah.
We didn't realize we were walking into, like, we literally just gotten off an airplane. We're, like, sweaty and feel gross and thinking we're just going to some sort of casual place. And it was kind of fancy. Like, What was it called?
Just kind of.
I think it was
It's where you would take your date.
Yeah, you
on
would
a
totally
nice date.
take your date here.
We were
or,
not.
like, special
We were
occasion.
glad it was dark inside.
We felt like
It was really good. It was definitely, wood-fired grill. You could just smell it when you came in, and
It was Las Palmas, I think is what it was called. I'm pretty sure it was Las
Yeah.
Palmas. Anyways, that place was great.
it was definitely the fancy district.
That was the best margarita I had too.
Yeah, that was really good, but it was also one of those places where like, oh, you wanted a burrito? That'll be $25. You're like, what? It's a burrito. It better be a really good burrito. It was good.
Yeah, Marcos. Yeah, and I was trying to think of it, and I knew it because I actually remember seeing it on your pinball machine that was there. We got to play it finally, so it was fun to play. We played your machine. We got to play the one that had the sound hooked up to it for the Foo Fighters, so it was fun to actually play it with the sound. Yeah, his name is Marcos.
Marcos. Okay, that's right. That's right. You have to write it down.
I have a picture of it because I took a picture of my score on his machine.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, and
That's
it has
funny.
a little name badge on it.
Nice.
2 to 4 weeks. That's so exciting.
All right, 2 to 4 weeks for what? Now,
For him to actually get his pinball machine now. Are they going to totally clean it up and replace rubbers and all that kind of stuff for you, or you just get it as is?
and then it looked like
I hope they clean it up for you a little.
and it looked like Jack signed the glass.
Yeah.
If I saw that correctly.
Oh, Seraph said the guy in Raleigh, so near where he lives, won the Northwest Show tournament last year.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome. Reaper, we did not make it to Babes.
No.
Yeah, they're gonna clean it up, add the HD glass and shaker motor. Nice. And free delivery and setup. All right, you're getting a pretty nice deal on that then, because you also got a discount, I think, for letting it be on the floor, right? Did you hear that somebody got 86?
Oh, really?
Dude, what?
I was kind of waiting for there had to be
that
some sort of drama, right? I mean, it has to happen.
We were waiting for that, actually.
Yeah, we figured it'd have to be.
I don't remember there being drama at the Northwest Show last year, but the first year we went was in 2019, and that was the year that like Nitro Pinball got kicked out.
Or at least a person from it.
Or
But
somebody from them. Like they were taken out, like they were supposed to be the ones doing a pinball machine giveaway, and they just got 86'd and somebody else stepped in to give away a pinball machine. Yeah. Brian said, what happened? I don't remember the details. I think somebody said something like anti-woman.
I think it was a
basically.
women's tournament, and there might have been something sexist said.
Yeah. I don't know the full details, but it had something to do with the women's tournament, yeah, and
These
then saying
flippers might
something
still
not
be a
very
little
nice.
strong.
Brian O'Neill says, fuck Nitro. Zep, how's it going?
I think I
Was it the
turned down-
faceless guy? I don't know. Oh, our neighbor wants to know if we want some strawberry or ricotta cake. Yes.
Then one of the last times we were streaming, she actually brought over food.
She brought over pasta and like cookies, I think.
She watches our place when we're out, and then she brings us food. It's not bad.
I told her yes, so she'll stop by. I'll pop over
right.
to the door. I have to remember to mute myself. You guys are going to hear the conversation with the neighbor. It's funny. We were telling her, she was asking all about our stream last time we saw her. She had us over for lunch last week or 2 weeks ago. And asking all about like streaming. Like, she's like, wow, this is just so like nothing she
told her
thought
to-
existed.
Yeah, we told her to come in and watch a stream and be part of the stream. And I said, oh no, I'm not going to be on. I don't
She
want
just
to be
wants
on.
to watch.
Yeah, just want to watch. So we're going to have to figure that out. What are these crazy kids doing?
We take her food too.
Yeah, she's a great neighbor.
So, the guy, so Zep says, okay, so Sarah said on Pinside, the person is I am who got kicked out and then complained on Pinside TPF forum. It's pretty hilarious, actually. Zep is baked like a cake. Wanted to stop by and say hi to the homies. Glad you're having a good night, Zep.
Nice, have a good one.
Seraph said he waited in line and was mad it was last call and he had to leave.
Oh.
So he was trying to play Foo Fighters, but he got kicked out.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, seriously,
I
imagine.
mean, at $8 a drink, I mean, come on. You need a cooler in a car to go to.
The one guy that got kicked out because he was really pissed and maybe kicked or hit a Foo Fighters table because he didn't get to play it before it closed on midnight Saturday.
Oh, jeez.
So we saw a guy that he was at one of the Foo Fighters tables and he was not happy with his score and he was kind of throwing that pin around a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, people.
It's like, this is a fun time.
Hopefully not my machinery, for says. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's like a risk you have to take a little bit, right?
Since we know which one it wasn't that one.
Yeah, that wasn't yours that we saw, but I guess that's a slight risk you have to consider when you let them put it on the floor. I didn't think people would be that aggressive.
I've only ever saw one person do that. Everyone else was just normal.
Okay, Karen's here. I'll be right back.
Our neighbor brings food. Oh, I meant to go in there. What kind of treats? What did we get? Oh, wrong way. Follow. Oh, get in there. There we go. Nope, don't look too much. Let's see if I can get this. Thanks for the follow. I'll say hi here in a second. Trying to get me a dinosaur.
Strawberry ricotta cake collected. All right.
All right, someone just followed.
I saw that. It's Remy. Remy, thanks so much for the follow. How's it going tonight? So, let's see.
There it is.
Oh, Ian who? Oh, I thought I read that as I am who. Like I am who? Like I am Weasel. IR Weasel. IR Baboon. It was a cartoon. Dude,
was it?
Yeah, there's a cartoon. It was like I am Weasel and IR Baboon. They were like superheroes. Well, one was a superhero and one like wanted to be maybe.
All right, so what am I doing here?
Sounds like you've never watched Eric Stone play. And Brian O'Neill said he didn't get 86. They just kicked out blue wristbands at midnight. Yeah, I know that like Homegrown was hanging out still at midnight. Ooh. And they were kicking people out with the blue wristbands out, so he had to go too. This guy had to get escorted out by security. Frisco and Seraph saw it happen.
I'm changing the power of the...
Dude, Pirate said no, he was escorted out by Jack Danger and real mad about it.
Oh no. Let's go, buddy. Must be the next one.
I mean, that's just, it's like, just chill, people. It's pinball. Remy, found Deadpool at my local barcade today, living vicariously through us. Awesome. It's so fun, right?
So I'm just changing the power on my flippers because I've got the precision flippers installed. And if you don't lower the flipper power, they hit hard. So I keep lowering them to get them to feel as, you know, true as the originals. And I also don't want to, you know, throw in a pinball at something super hard. What I'm finding is that if I hit the snick shot, sometimes it'll jump way too much. So I'm just trying to get those to be.
So then Pepper mentioned somebody put in a 4-player game and Jack went up and turned off the game. I remember hearing about that too.
Yeah.
Some people are just assholes. Yeah, Jack Danger is way taller than I thought. Like,
Yes.
he was a tall dude. I feel like I was like, hello up there.
I think Homegrown did find someone that was shorter than him, and he was happy about that.
Oh, yeah, he said, did you say Manu was shorter than him?
Maybe that's
I think
yeah,
it was
that's
Manu.
what it was.
I
That's
think
right.
Homegrown said Manu was shorter than him, and he was all excited. So D Kaiser waited for Scooby-Doo, and an old guy and lady put in a 4-player game. There's so much grumbling. That's just not nice.
Who was it that was asking about etiquette before we actually left?
I don't. Aldi actually might have been. It might have been Aldi.
And
He was saying it was his first tournament, pinball
Yeah.
event.
And I felt that there were some people that were waiting to see if they got, a free game, like a match game, and then they were wanting to sort of play that too. I'm like, well, no.
It's free play. I know.
Yeah.
I think it's almost out of habit. I feel like for a lot of people, it's out of habit.
Could be, yeah. Could be.
Because I remember like kind of waiting to see if I got matches. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, it's on free play. I don't need to do that. Like I'm not paying for this. Like skedaddle. Yeah, D Kaiser said they were really surprised that there was no Deadpool there. Pepper
Yeah,
said
right.
Brent felt like a hobbit around all those tall people. That seems appropriate though. I mean, that's
Yeah,
like your guys'
yeah.
favorite movie, so. Frodo Bowen.
It's literally trying to get this into the center, and it's just fighting me. Okay, now I can actually get into the scoop. Goodness. If I can get in the scoop before the... What do I have? So many seconds
Homegrown
left?
and Reaper played Elvira House of Horrors and a stupid tilty. And he was a few pickle beers deep. I don't know. Okay. Can we talk about the pickle beer? Like how? How do you... I smelled it, and it literally smells like pickle brine. Like, no.
Oh, got it. Take it off that.
So you had a good
I
laugh at
didn't
him
get it.
constantly tilting. That's good. Yeah, good, Brian. Brian has no problem telling people to get off once they're done playing their game. I feel like it's acceptable if you put in a 4-player game and invite the 2 people standing behind you to join, then sure. But don't put in a 4-player game for 2 people and play 2 games each.
Yeah,
Comic
especially,
Truck likes pickle beer too.
especially when it comes down to, what am I thinking? Oh, come on now. Pulp Fiction, because the lines we waited an hour to play Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
And honestly,
we didn't just drain right away.
I'm gonna
that would
say
have been sad.
that was probably 5 or 6 groups of people in front of us.
Yeah, like 4-player game. There's a 3-player game,
There's a couple 2s.
and I think it's a little bit longer of a playing game, honestly.
Pepper said he's a tilt champ for sure. That's why we need to get him a shirt that says tilt champ. That'd be funny.
Since I don't have any
Reaper's new to
team-ups.
pinball and pinball festivals and so only played 1 player or added people behind if they wanted to play. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
so
cool.
like there was one time that we we were waiting in line on the machine next to where Homegrown was. This is maybe kind of not the nicest thing, but Homegrown was a couple people ahead in line than we were. He's like, oh, just join my game. So we did, but we added the one guy that was waiting behind too. So at least he still got to play.
Right, so I'm basically going for the red shots. You can get the other shots to add more points, but it's all out these red shots, really. And weapons. Weapons, weapons, weapons. Get to that 100 weapon mark. There's the... Oop.
Let's see.
That's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. Oh, I was trying to sort of catch that and little off timing. You have a good one, Combo Chuck.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out.
Have a
Good to
great
see
night.
ya.
It was great to meet you.
I think that's why we wanted to start just a little bit early, because
Yeah.
we've got some East Coast folk. And for that matter, so many people. Not everyone took a nap like we did. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Reaper brought Pepper a koozie. That was nice. So what was our favorite game, new game from the show after playing all or most of them? Foo Fighters.
Yeah, Foo Fighters is the one that I went back. I think I played Foo Fighters at least 3 times.
Yeah.
That was the one I went back to most. I would have liked to play Pulp Fiction again.
Oh, awesome. You guys are also met Lincoln and Aldi from Board Game Geek.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we hung out with them on Thursday night. They met up with us at Cidercade. They're super nice. And we saw them on Friday, too, at the show. You know, I meant to actually look and just see, like, how many steps did I get over this weekend? Was I doing a lot of walking? Hey, look, on Sunday it says I finished my exercise ring. I did not exercise on Sunday. I walked fast through the airport. Actually, still not that many, honestly. Because I was standing more than I was walking. That's okay. It was a good fun weekend overall.
Yeah, it was definitely a social. It was a social event.
It was the social event of the season.
Probably only need one more red shot, I'm guessing. And then I'll have to hit the scoop, and then at least I'll have the... All right, so now mech suits qualified.
Okay, so did we get to play Big Bang Bar? No, what's Big Bang Bar? I didn't even see. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, come on now.
So when do we think Elwyn's Jaws is going to come out from the TPF rumor mill? Was there rumors about that at TPF this weekend?
I didn't hear anything this weekend, but I have heard there's a rumor for that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's gone.
Yeah, I missed Big Bang Bar. Where was that? That must have been on the floor somewhere. You know, the other one we didn't get to try but wanted to was the new pinball company, Turner. Had a prototype. I would have liked to try theirs out just to support the new company or whatever, but Super Rare Game from Capcom was the last game they released before folding. Oh. It was a video game, not a pinball? Reaper tried prying info from a random distributor. Nice. Didn't get far, huh? Oh, so it was a pinball machine. Yeah, I knew that they made pinball that.
It reminded me of, what was it? Was it Dragon's Lair?
Oh, Sarah said we didn't miss anything with Turner. Go ahead.
That pinball machine. I think it was
Dragon Player?
Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair.
An old video game.
Yeah.
That reminded me, that pinball machine reminded me of that.
So last year at Northwest Pinball Show, the most unique arcade that we saw was that somebody's homebrew Simpsons colonoscopy party. And it was like, I don't know, it had to be one of those machines that would be full of eggs and like have a claw in it or something instead of a video game, because it had sort of like a 3D thing with a bum and like a hose. And the curtain opens and it looks like it's a medical room, and then the video game is using the controls to like guide this thing down or up the hole. But there's all sorts of like funny things in there, like a Snickers bar or a snake or just random stuff in there. It was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, because it had a little camera on the end of it.
Right. The topper is either the, let's see, wait. Sarah said didn't miss anything with Turner. So Capcom made pinball for like a hot second, Brian said. Reaper said the topper is either the Foo Fighter van or the Foobot. Asked Jack and he wouldn't confirm, but said both those are excellent guesses in such a way that it must be one of those. Huh. I kind of hope it's the van then. Well, I thought that you had heard something that made you think it was going to be like action figures of the band.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the van with action figures of the band around it or something.
Oh,
That'd be a cool van idea. Or like the Foo bot had like Black Knight topper, yeah. Hey Defiant Geek, how's it going? Thanks for the follow.
Thank you. Oh, they're trying to get that center shot. Ooh.
Is this still the same game?
Yeah, but I'm on ball 3 and I'm so close to just balls sack. Damn it.
So close to what?
Ball sack. Damn, that's not what I wanted to have happen. If I would have gotten to the scoop, I would have started, because I had the 2 and T-Rex Megalodon, and maybe I just needed Mystique, but then I would have started to go through that process. Bummer. That's all right. That's the first game.
That was your first game.
It'll be a good night. All right, you want to play?
Sure.
Better play now.
I know. Okay.
And then I think Friday I was gonna do another. I got some new filament, so I was gonna try another 3D print.
Oh, what are we gonna print?
I'm not sure. We'll be playing Deadpool, so maybe there's like a little Deadpool thing. But if I have to start it early, because maybe the print takes forever. But I think the longest one we did was something like 4 or 5 hours. That was the octopus.
Oh, and that was fun. I know we actually streamed for that whole thing too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long stream.
Yeah.
I just remember being like, oh my god, that sucks. Brian, did you say which version of Galactic Tank Force you got? Did you see that? I don't want to make him repeat it if you got that. I'm just curious to know if you're getting the one with the tank wheels.
Yeah, I don't know what version that one is. Like, is it the LE or I don't know what they call them. I did like that they drove the pinball machine in remotely. So
Yeah, that was actually really cool.
And then I heard that, in the back of it, it's got the tank turret, and you kind of wonder like, well, how's it gonna fit anywhere? But it actually, I've heard that it's actually the same width as a typical back box, if you will, because of how they engineered it or designed it, I should say. So that's cool. It would be fun if when you're done playing, you could hit a button and then it just goes. It comes down, so then you always have that tank turret that's there. If someone's
It'd be fun if well, let me ask this: does the limited edition or whatever version that looks like a tank, does it just drive around like that, or did they do that for the show? Like, is that really what you would get if you ordered one, and I could just drive it around my house or my neighborhood?
No, they. No, I'm pretty sure they put a thing underneath it.
That was really rad, though.
But it was really fun. It was a great way to introduce it, I thought. So the signature is the tank.
The signature is
signature,
okay.
Yeah.
Not the tank one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because you have all the pinball machines lined up, so you wouldn't be able to see much of all the fancy decoration. I think that like we were trying to decide, looking at the Foo Fighters, like I kind of like the Pro version of the back glass better than the premium for the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, Reaper, you just need to make friends with the distributor.
What's that? Oh.
Reaper was just talking about how the cost for Galactic Tank Force can be really high.
Oh yeah.
Just because some of the distributors are increasing the pricing. Oh, there we go. So deluxe is regular, limited is tank version. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Had to get some lemon Kit Kats.
Oh my god, they're so good. Easter candy, man. Easter has the best candy. Also, Rice Krispie Treat M&Ms. I got those. Those are stupid. Like, I pretty sure I ate the whole bag in one night.
They're smaller, so you must grab a handful and stuff them in your mouth.
What? Something's going on here.
Hey, Sal, how's it going?
So what's up?
Thanks for the sub, dude. 9 months. We got a few
9
months
months.
here, people.
Yeah, Sal's gonna be an OG too.
Yep. Minty's like, those Kit Kats are delicious.
Oh my gosh, aren't they so good?
Yeah. I mean, I like Kit Kat. I don't go out of my way to buy Kit Kats necessarily. But these lemon ones?
There's a mood for every candy.
Yes. Yeah, Sel's saying that. He does have the first. Yeah, we were starting looking at that tonight because some other people were.
Vinny and Pirate both have it too.
Yeah, we're like, oh, what do these all mean?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, so. It was a lot of fun hanging out this weekend with. There was just a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Which was great. So we were just kind of saying that it was really a social event. We didn't know what to expect. We knew that there was going to be new games there. We really wanted to play the new games. Some people, a bunch of people have got orders placed for new games.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I'm glad that we got to play. We got to play all the new ones.
Yeah, we got to play all the. Well, we didn't play Queen, and we didn't get to play the new Multimorphic.
Alien, and I guess there were so many different ones. That's right.
I think other than that, we played all the new ones at least once, and then Foo Fighters a bunch, like maybe 4 or 5 times.
Sounds like Reaper. Go get some sleep.
Yeah, we did a go-kart race one day too.
Oh, that's right.
That was really fun.
Yeah, when we got in on Thursday, we were trying to figure out what to do.
No, it was Friday.
We'd never been to Texas.
It was Friday.
Oh, was that Friday?
Yeah, because when we got in on Thursday, we went and got food and then went to Cidercade.
Oh, that's right, because it was evening is when we got there.
Yeah.
And we had to try and kill some time on Friday before the event opened up. So we went to Andretti's, which was, there was one pinball machine.
Right.
And
it was like $2.50 for the credits to play.
Yeah. And
but home grown played it.
yeah, but that was a good way to kill some time.
Yeah, we did. We only had time to do one race, but it looked kind of like Mario Kart, like Rainbow Road, because it had all these like rainbowy lights around the top of the track.
And Cell played Queen. Yeah,
oh, nice.
And Alien, that was the other one. Maybe it was just where they're at or kind of walking around. I think at some point I'm like, I need to sit down or.
I feel like, I mean, you get line fatigue too. And after standing in lines to play a couple games, like I just kind of, I felt like I sort of had blinders on and I was just looking for a chair, not another pinball machine.
It was nice having, what they don't have at the Pacific Northwest is so many vendors.
Yeah.
So it was nice to at least see some of that and just kind of have them bring so many games. Because like it was, what was it? Wasn't it Pirate that was saying there was like 20? Yeah, 20 Foo Fighters.
I have a feeling we'll have a lot of Foo Fighters at our show too. I don't know if it'll be 20, but.
Well, there'll definitely be some.
They had a bunch of Rush last year.
Danger's supposed to be there, so they're going to bring enough.
Last year, Stern had a pretty big section right up front last year, and they had a bunch of Rush. That was the new one at the time.
Yeah, it sells like, who won Simpsons?
No, did anybody win it?
Yeah, obviously it wasn't Cell, wasn't homegrown. I know Jeff was going to get tickets. We didn't get tickets.
Yeah, well.
I figured it wasn't going to be me.
Yeah, we already have one.
I'm never lucky enough to, well, that doesn't matter.
That's exactly probably why we would have won it, though, because we didn't need that machine. But we could have sold it, I suppose.
You know what they needed to do, Reapers? They needed to include that giant Foo Fighters banner. That was that was in front of the game.
I really want one of those banners. That
huge.
banner was awesome.
That was not your standard banner.
No, you use that as like a
That one was really big. They also had an Elvira that was really big. I think you took a picture of that one.
Well, some of those got given away for the scoreboard competition.
I saw Godzilla would look like it was a normal size one. But yeah, so those were fun. Those were.
So here's the thing. They weren't allowed to produce those to sell, right? That's what happened, is they're no longer allowed to produce those to sell?
They were, from what I understand, they were never allowed to sell them. So, they didn't have the rights to sell them.
But it wasn't about producing them, it was about selling them?
That's right. They're produced for marketing.
Maybe it'll be more of a prize thing then now, or
it's possible if they're allowed to do that. So Reaper says that his distributor hated it the most because he had to load all the premiums back up versus owner just taking home. And his guy said $150 for a banner. If you can get a banner for $150 these days, because they're not supposed to be selling them,
I want one.
Just don't tell anybody where you got it.
Yeah. Dude, give us your distributor's name if he's selling banners.
Yeah, because I think that came out a few weeks ago. That was going to be a, and then all of a sudden the banners went up in price.
Yeah.
On
like
eBay,
doubled
like that
day, basically.
So yeah, so if you can get one for $150,
do it.
Yeah. Yep. So Remy says, would you trade your Deadpool for Foo Fighters right now, given the option?
Ooh. I mean,
I'm pretty attached to Deadpool.
Yeah, we're pretty attached to Deadpool. I feel like it'd be, I mean, I don't know. I feel like both of those there's going to be a lot of them made of Foo Fighters too, right? But I know that there's a lot of Deadpool out there, so Deadpool would be easy to get another one if we needed to trade it for that.
I think this one might have...
I know which pinball machine I would trade for Foo Fighters right now.
Yeah, that's not the question. That ain't yours to... I know which one I would do.
Simpsons?
Yeah.
Really?
Would I? I really liked... no, that would be my answer. I don't think I would. If I had the opportunity to trade. I would buy one, but I don't think I would trade one. There's just fun shots in this, and having the snick shot, it's something that is different. But you know what I really liked, and I had to get used to. I should actually maybe rephrase that or change that option a little bit. I loved on the premium that it had that up post underneath the left flipper. The dead post. And the first time that I noticed it, I was actually holding, it was during a multi-ball, and I was holding balls on the left flipper, just kind of, hold them there and then shooting with the right. And the balls would come down, and since that left flipper was already up, it would bounce onto the other flipper. I'm like, oh yeah, it's that thing. And
I totally forgot about it when I was playing too.
And then when I would play and it was a normal, and then all of a sudden I see the light that says ball save, and I'm just thinking, it'll just kick out a new ball, it'll shoot around. Nope, it'll just drain. So you have to be ready to make that move to lift the flipper. And I think that was in another game originally, Xenon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I feel like I heard that had been in one other game.
But that's really cool. That's one of the reasons to at least get a premium. I didn't really like the upper playfield. I'm sure that not having the upper playfield there is, it's, I don't know if it's quicker. I mean, you don't have to do the upper playfield. I guess you can let the ball go. But I like this. There's a speed part of it that I like. There's two shots that were speed. One, it's almost like Jurassic Park, where you shoot that center, and then it kicks around your right flipper, and you try and get it into the Raptor Tower. And in this one, it has a similar shot that would go around.
Dang it.
In Foo Fighters.
Really
but yeah, that up kicker, that was cool. Yeah, dead post shot. It was satisfying, right? It's something so simple, just satisfying, and I always say that for me.
Hi, Mighty Bean. How's it going?
For me, pinball machines, they have to have a satisfying shot. Otherwise, what am I doing? So that's so oddly enough, lifting your flipper was the satisfying thing. I'm seeing it, recognizing it, and then having to adjust. I suppose it's almost like Scooby, when you get it up to that top playfield, and you've got to hold your flipper so that bookcase moves over to catch the ball, And the other thing I like with Scooby is that because it had that tall part of that bookcase, that it was also, you know, tossing the ball differently. It still had the bottom part like a flipper. So that was a different dynamic. That was fun. I think with some of the games where it has an upper play field like Black Knight, where you don't necessarily see where the ball goes, that's not always one of my favorite aspects. But, you know, that's me.
How's it going, Mighty Bean?
Hey, Mighty Bean, how are you? You had ice cream? We didn't have any ice cream.
I really wanted ice cream.
We passed on the way to the airport. We passed an ice cream place, and you said, "Oh yeah, it's supposed to be like a
it seemed like
Dairy Queen."
Yeah, there was
something.
an ice cream place I found online, and it seemed they were calling them concretes, but it was basically like a Blizzard, where it had candy mixed in and stuff. I was like, oh, that must be like their version of Dairy Queen. Maybe it's better. It's probably
I didn't
better.
even think of getting ice cream.
I thought about getting ice cream a lot. Somehow you just, I don't know, weren't listening. Because I'm sure had you heard me mention ice cream, you'd have been like, oh yeah.
Yeah, because ice cream is one of my
Part of the problem is
favorites.
I feel like I ate so much this weekend, I feel like I was full a lot. Like I just wasn't ready to eat anything. And then by the time I wanted ice cream, you know, it was like late at night and there's no purpose.
Well, he met a guy that makes the ice cream and brings it every year.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you had, yeah, somebody had a homemade ice cream at TPF. So I had some homemade ice cream.
A good friend to have.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wanted to try making that. I know that they make an ice cream maker attachment for the KitchenAid. So, I don't know, that's been in my
There's also part of
head.
me that doesn't want to have easy access to lots of ice cream, because I will eat all the ice cream.
This is why I need to start working out again. Then you can eat more. Like really, the only reason I have interest in working out at all is so I can eat more. Mighty Bean asked if we played Galactic Tank Force. We played it once.
Yep.
It was cool.
I didn't play it enough to
I don't feel
necessarily
like I have a
know.
strong opinion on it.
Yeah. It was one that you needed more time on. Me personally. It looks great. It looks really cool. I like the moving cow spaceship target. That's fun. That's something different that I'm not used to seeing. It was a bit like Carnival feel. And we played Godfather. Well, we played lots of games, but I did really like Pulp Fiction. I would have liked to have heard it more,
Yeah.
but it's understandable that they may not want to have, you know, bad motherfucker going on the entire time.
They should.
They should. Add a ball, perfect. I'll get that back.
Sal said I would only get a regular, not the tank one. Yeah, that's what the O'Neills got, it sounds like. Galactic Tank Force had some of the best lighting on the machines there. That is always something I really like about Jersey Jack pinball machines. Is
The
like
light
they're
show.
the lighting is so cool on them, but then it's also a little bit confusing because like everything lights up all the time. So you can't just play by the rule of just shoot the flashing shots because everything's flashing, everything's lit up. Oh, Sal said they turned on the adult stuff after 10.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Aw.
That's too bad.
Man.
I think we were, you know, either leaving or already back at the hotel by 10 every night because we're old people.
Yeah, I think we just finally had
one night
some
with
rest.
In and Out.
Yeah, that's right.
The back box vids looked annoying AF, but the playfield looked fun for Galactic Tank Force.
And I didn't realize that that it was a made-up show, I guess, Galactic Tank Force. It was sort of a, you know what I mean? Like they made it up as part of the... For some reason, I was under the impression at one point that it was actually a show, but so they did a good job with that. Did anyone get the lunchbox? The Galactic
Oh yeah,
Tank
the
lunchbox?
lunchbox was really cool looking.
It was cool. All right, extra balls lit. Yeah, since I've got Wolverine. Get that extra ball. Do I still have two X? Oh, it's about to go away.
Sal said him and Homegrown crashed the party for about an hour. Crashed what party? Did you guys go to that, the Twippy party? Or was that the same as the party at the suite upstairs? The cheesy acting vids was a huge setback, in my opinion, Reaper said. Yeah, Mighty Bean agrees. Should have done comic style art from Franchi or something. Yeah.
All right, so I gotta get it in the scoop.
I can't stop yawning. I'm gonna go find sugar. Take this.
There's the scoop. Oh, shoot. Ooh, boy. I was waiting to see which way I was gonna have to bump that. And I didn't want to do it the wrong way. Thankfully, I didn't have to bump it. All right, so Berserker mode. Oh boy. I think Deadpool is definitely one of these machines that I'm just gonna have around for a long time. I don't get tired of playing it. I don't feel like I'm chopping wood.
Coming lunch from the airport.
Oh yeah. You had those. I had the. Was it an Oreo? Like a mint Oreo? Chocolate covered Oreo. That was from the show. Someone made those.
Yeah.
Those are good. Then you had like the cake batter balls.
Oh yeah.
Those are from the show. Those are good.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, there's a chocolate, like a table of chocolate set up out in the hallway outside the show. Yeah, I got these little like cake batter, white chocolate cake batter balls. So good. Yeah, and then the chocolate covered Oreos were good too. I was eating those today. I was thinking, I feel like we could make these. Like chocolate covered Oreos would not be that hard to make. And you can do all different flavors.
I was actually thinking that I did like the mint.
I did
mint
too.
isn't normally my.
No, but remember how I like
Those
to
were
eat
good.
Oreos with peppermint patties?
Yep.
Like I like to layer them.
Yeah.
But that kind of solves all my problems.
Yes, does it?
I don't know. Maybe I need to take the filling out of a normal Oreo, put the cookie around the peppermint patty, and then dip the whole thing in chocolate. Reaper saying that after they shot the first scene for Galactic Tank Force, how did they not realize how bad it was?
I don't think again, it's one of those where I didn't pay much attention to the videos. So I'm playing, I wasn't looking up, and I couldn't hear it. And that was the bummers that I couldn't hear a lot of the, call outs or machines. But that's typical.
These are actually surprisingly good for being some random brand airport gummies.
Mancel says he never pays attention to the video.
Seraph liked the redheaded actress.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
It was like the same one that's drawn. I think the character that was drawn was based on the girl in the video.
That poster was really rad. The art of that was very cool.
I really liked the art and stuff, but to be quite honest, I didn't even really look at the backboard box. Like I didn't realize it was live action. I was not paying attention. Might have just been overwhelmed at that point with like all the lines and everything going on. Yeah, Sal said TPF closes at midnight except for vendors and people that brought machines in. Closes at 2 a.m. I think for them. They just acted like they needed to be there. Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit ago. I think right before you got here about a couple people getting kicked out. Like somebody had to get security called on them.
trying to stay alive.
Sweet. Speak of the devil. There he is.
Homegrown. Oh.
Homegrown, what's up?
Aw.
Homegrown got second place on Galactic Tank Force yesterday. That's awesome.
At the show. Maybe that was yesterday.
Was there Muse in the background now?
Muse.
Yes.
Oh, Muse.
Yeah, Muse. Reaper.
I put
Reaper,
that on.
Reaper picked it up.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's when I had, yeah.
We saw them, I don't know, it was probably like 10 years ago now at this point. We saw them when they came to Seattle. It was a pretty laser.
I saw 'em.
Laser.
She was there.
They were serving champagne, and I had a lot of it. I had a really good time.
Yes, you did.
There's lots of lasers and smoke.
There's lots of lasers.
There's lots of lasers, smoke, and champagne, and the music was good. But I don't really remember actually seeing the band. I also probably wasn't tall enough to see them, so there was a lot of people standing in front of
Yeah,
us.
that's the one thing with being on the floor.
I think that's kind of just what, it was just one of those things. I'm like, well, I can't see them anyway, so I'm just going to get drunk and dance and have a good time and enjoy the music and the lasers. Laser beams.
Laser beams. Oh, come on.
Sel got his new wallet all filled up. Awesome. That was
Nice.
a great wallet.
Yeah, so I'm getting like a new wallet, but it said bad motherfucker on it. It's the one that says bad motherfucker on it.
Well, yeah, we could show you guys our TPF coins.
Probably easier to take pictures of them.
Yeah, I did
Otherwise,
actually
it's just
post
gonna
pictures.
Look like gold.
Here's a big shiny gold thing. Can you see it?
Gonna make earrings out of them.
Oh my god, I could. This would be really heavy.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, I don't know if that's what you want to go for.
I feel like since we got one of each, or we got two of one of the different kinds, we should have put one back in to play the different mode.
I totally forgot about that. I didn't even think that, you know what I mean? Everyone
Yeah.
behind us would be like, what are you doing?
I know, seriously.
Like throwing a home run ball back to the field.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a great time. We had a really great time meeting everybody, hanging out, eating all the food, playing a little bit of pinball, getting drunk in the parking lot.
And it was fun seeing people that we've seen before, like when we saw Nick from New Mexico.
Yeah, that was so fun because we've met him once before when he was in our area because he has his
Some family around
he has
here.
family up here somewhere, so he actually is familiar with where we live, and they come up here sometimes. So we got to meet him last fall, I think.
And I think Saul met him last time.
Yeah, Saul actually met him last time.
Then they were in the tournament. One of them was in the tournament, and they did
Yeah,
well.
Jacob got 17, I think, but I don't know which one that was. And Megan won first place in the women's from New Mexico Pinball. That was awesome. They had brought the fun like DDR pad and Guitar Hero and stuff, but they didn't have a pinball machine that they could set it up on, so that was a bummer. I would have loved to try
gotcha.
that out. Yeah, he said that they had it with them, and Becca and Jordan from Fliptronics said that they could put it on one of the pins that they brought, but that ended up being in the tournament, I guess, so they couldn't put it on it.
Gotcha.
Hey, Sal, so Sal's asking about coordinating a Mario Kart stream. Should we just do that in Discord, maybe?
We gotta figure out the best way to do that. But you're right. It'd be great to have other people be able to join and then just play.
I think he was wanting to do it in chat. I mean, you can try, but I feel like it might be easier to do it in Discord. Maybe you can start a channel for that or something.
Yeah, I've never done it, so I don't quite know.
Because I feel like there's going to be, I mean, you're welcome to, but I feel like there's going to be more to talk about just besides like, hey, are you in? Are you in? Like, we have to figure out how everybody needs to understand how to do it. Oh, Sal has some other friends that would join too. Hey, for anybody that's not in Discord and wants to hang out with us, we hang out in Homegrown's Discord, which has sort of become a mini streamer Discord. So, like we have a channel there. Sal's got a channel there.
Just makes it a little easier so you don't have to have all these different Discords.
So yeah, we're trying to kind of all hang out in one place.
A little consolidation.
Sal's done it before, yeah, but I don't think most of us have, so we need a little more information about like what to actually do, like how to set it up, how does this work. So I just posted the link though for anybody that isn't part of Discord and wants to.
Oh, I needed to get that right there. That's the one. All right, 2 locked. It's a hell of a ball 1. That extra ball. How many weapons I'm on here?
Can we play cooking game with other people too?
Wow,
Is that
I've already
looking
got
on
100 weapons.
Oh shoot! You know what? The 3DS store
So that's
closes
it?
tonight. It might already
Holy
close
moly.
actually.
If I don't completely screw this up, I will, because now I've got a multiplier, permanent multiplier. And I haven't even killed a baddie yet. Holy smokes.
So Vinny, are you gonna get a Deadpool then, or are you thinking Godfather maybe still? Definitely Deadpool, Vinny said.
Yeah, do it.
I think that's the right choice. I think you'll really like it.
And pro or premium, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I would say personally, like just save the couple bucks and go for the pro. Like it's super fun. I don't feel like I'm missing. I mean,
if you have the ability to get the premium, get the premium. But don't think that you're missing anything if you get. This is the pro.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is I don't
the
feel like
difference, at least play-wise, is that it doesn't have the feeder to feed into the right flipper. So when you hit the disco shot, it would feed it, and you're getting more, less stoppage, if you will. So there's a little more flow to it.
on the premium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to be the big difference. That is the that
Well,
is
and the figures are
difference.
molded instead of. Like,
Yeah, as far as play, but yeah, that's
I
right.
do really like. Somebody mentioned the
Don't figure
hammock,
on
and
that.
I love the hammock.
Yes. Oh. Oh, really? Come on. Make sure the tail bob doesn't go.
Disco ball and drop targets too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. The sides are all drop targets, of course. Didn't want that to happen.
Oh, speaking of that, I was like, wait, is our disco ball on? I see you kind of blocked it from the side. That kind of works.
Yep.
It's a little Baby Yoda disco party over there.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
He's got a Deadpool ice cream cone, 3 mini pinball machines.
So, can I do that? Does that do anything? Just wondering if that actually, it does at least take one of the shots, because you want to get Sauron. Oh boy. Oh, I blew it. Fuck. Tilt. Wow, that was a horrible tilt. That's gonna be champion tilt right there. I had like 7 times, and that was ball 1. I must have had zillions of points. Fudge! I should have removed the glass, taken the ball, set it over here, put the glass back, and then I could at least had a danger. Dang it! Okay, fine.
Sal said it was a very educational weekend too. Learned a lot of things about how the industry works. I feel like we sat the Mark Ritchie seminar, right? About Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, and as Cell said, it wasn't much more than he'd already learned. And
Brooklyn, okay?
Brooklyn.
And I did watch, actually, I started to watch the Straight Down the Middle about Pulp Fiction, and because it was pretty much the same as the talk, I didn't keep watching it. So yeah, it was sort of a repeat. You're right.
That's why I thought it was kind of interesting. The beginning of it was kind of interesting how they went through the different design processes and ideas and that kind of stuff. But then it got a little technical. Sal said not from that, but from other conversations. Dude, Brooklyn. No, nobody we know at least got locked up at TPF.
No. At the pinball jail.
Yeah. Did they have pinball machines in the pinball jail? Maybe the line's shorter. Homegrown said Jeff drove all the way back to Spokane last night. Got home at 2:30. Dang.
Oh, no way.
That's brutal. We got home at about 11. I know, like, as soon as we got off the airplane, we were like, just run, Rudolph. Like, it was like Home Alone running through the airport trying to get to the shuttle. Hey, Evan C., how's it going? Evan C. is a first-time chatter. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks a lot.
How do we like the precision flippers? You have some installed in your Godzilla. I don't feel like I noticed a difference, honestly, so they look cool, and I like that.
Well, it depends on how you have them set up. I like the precision flippers for the look, and I've got them on this end of my Mandalorian. And I've got the solid tops on the Mandalorian. And what am I doing here?
Wait, Homegrown, you didn't get to your hotel until midnight last night? How did it take so long?
So with the precision flippers, you do want to turn them down. If you haven't turned your precision flippers down, why? That would be my question.
Why?
Because they are, come on. They do react very differently. They're heavier, but I think the precision flippers are a little heavier, but I think the heaviest part is likely maybe the post, but something that isn't part of the actual like flipper bat. So even though it's heavier, it's man, I'm not doing well after that first ball. It swings a lot harder, so it's gonna beat everything up. So I turned my flippers down. I actually turned them down a little bit more tonight too, on this one. So I try to get them to be nearly exact of what the originals are. Oh, come on. There's an example of probably a little too hard.
Oh, Homegrown went to dinner. That's what took him to get home till midnight. I was like, how did you not get back to your hotel until midnight? Like, you should have been back there well before we got home, but that's cool. Yeah, I just spend a little extra time somewhere else before you return to the murder hotel.
That first ball was amazing.
Pepper said someone almost got put in pin jail.
Let's see, I have to get tilt champion, right? No? Oh, I wish I would have known how much that tilt was, that first one. Son of a bitch. I had 100 weapons on my first ball, and I think I had like 700 on my first ball.
Wow.
Man, that was brutal. All right, you can play.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're
I
welcome.
like your shirt.
I like my shirt too.
Oh my God, my body's tired. I don't know how much longer I can stand. I feel like I've been standing for a week straight.
Oh man.
Pepper was saying someone almost got locked up because Homegrown was telling us like he was getting kicked out of the party and they sent security after
Oh
him.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Homegrown's playing with fire.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing anybody who comes to Northwest Show. So if you're going, let us know. First weekend in June, Northwest Pinball Show.
Who's gonna go to pinball jail at Northwest
We
Show?
have stickers and leftover keychains. Keychains are rad. And I got a Smith.
Yeah, homegrown. We were talking about Jeff's Spokane pinball shirt.
I know.
And he had it screen printed with the 7 different colors. And we want to actually talk to a screen printer around here.
Yeah, I want
to,
to, like, at minimum, get us some cool shirts made, maybe, because I just don't know how expensive they're going to be. I don't know if it's reasonable to, like, try to sell those, but we can always, if we figure something out, we could always do, like, a pre-order if anybody else wanted one.
And you sell some nice snicks. Did you know you got a snick?
I did know I got a snick. I said, oh, I got a snick.
Nice. So Mighty Bean's going to be there.
Oh, awesome.
For the most part, Mighty Bean, you don't need to be there for multiple days. We will be.
Unless you want to.
We'll be there Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, we're going Friday, Saturday.
You know, get there when it opens so you can jump on one of the new machines, which I'm sure they'll have.
They'll probably be right up front again. Last year they were right up front.
They announced Jack Danger will be there, so if you're interested in meeting him, he's about 7 feet tall. Had no idea.
He's seriously like a giant.
You can't miss him. Yeah, homegrown, you do need to get Jeff on Discord for sure, especially for the folks who are in this area.
Yeah.
It might even benefit him for as a distributor.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Amiga, how's it going?
Jeff was hilarious. Him and his wife are super nice.
Yeah, it was fun to meet because I had only ever left a message on his phone.
I know.
And I thought, okay, well, at some point I'll probably chat with him. And so I'm glad that we at least, you know, at that point I couldn't say, hey, I should try and get this game from you because, you know, I think I'm waiting already and my funds are already.
Funds are low, space is out.
Funds are, yeah. Maybe he'll trade a dining room table.
Yeah, does he want a dining room table and trade for a pinball machine? I traded the dining room table for a safecracker.
Wait, what? Who?
Amiga's here, I think, right? Hey, Amiga.
Yeah.
How's it going? She got her Star Wars.
But we just gotta follow. Why didn't it show up?
The arcade! Dude, arcade, are you a pirate?
Of course. That's a good name.
Thanks for the follow.
I was trying to look on the other thing and see why. Maybe it was all the R's.
You just couldn't figure out how to read it.
Yeah, it's just I just have to look in a different spot. I like that name. That's a good one.
That's a great name.
Did you want arcade? And you just had to add one more R because someone else had.
There's a lot of R's in that, though. There's many R's.
But I mean, there are lots of R's in pirate speak. See, then we have a pirate. So you know, pirate's got to be.
Of course, she's a pirate. He or she. The arcade is a pirate, of course. That's pretty awesome. We like pirates.
And then Pirate's got his pirate emote.
I was gonna say, is Pirate here?
Yeah.
Pirate's still here?
He's
Nice.
throughout the emote, yeah. Yeah, being at the event, I didn't watch when we would get like Twitch notices. We're like, who's not here? But of course, there was people that were because Amiga's like, oh, I think I spotted you to like sell kind of thing. But yeah, I didn't even think about. There was a lot of cameras, a lot of vids, and I know Cell was taking stuff.
Wait, Amiga said what?
So Vinny says that, and yeah, as cool as it would have been to play all the new tables at TPF, I feel like I missed out more on the social aspect. And would have had rather met up, hang out, you know, had some drinks with folks.
Yeah.
Then that's pretty much kind of how it went, really. I mean, the first thing that we ended up doing, we went to Cidercade.
Yeah.
We met folks from
Board Game Geek.
Board Game Geek. Mm-hmm. Lincoln and Aldi. Was it Lisa?
Nikki.
That's right. And they were there. Frisco was there. Obviously, Homegrown was there.
Pyro was there.
Pyro was there. So that was really fun. And the next day, then we ended up going to barbecue with a bunch of people.
Jeff was there too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jeff was there, and then we went to barbecue, and then
Reaper and Combo Chuck.
yeah. Then we got to meet Reaper and Combo Chuck. Then some of the other streamers that are known, you know, Don't Panic Flip, Triple Drain, and Zach Many from Flippin' Out. So all those folks started showing up. And then I know Homegrown and Cell, I think, Manu.
I know I didn't
So
get
all
to meet
sorts of
Manu.
people, everybody, you know what I mean? Just sort of all the folks that have been around a while showed up. So it was really a social event, is what it felt like. Where I think for us, we were thinking that the Northwest Pinball seems more pinball, but as Courtney was saying earlier, that might slowly be changing to get.
Yeah, I wonder if that'll evolve as more people actually come all the way out to Seattle.
I think we're starting to get a little bit more legit. And if you have a show in the middle of the country, it's a lot easier for people to get
right.
to.
Everybody
so
gets like
helps.
a 4-hour flight instead of like many people having a longer flight.
Yep. Yeah, Vinny says Zach and Greg cracking me up. Yeah, they're really good, aren't they? Right? In their videos, they're characters. Yeah, I always watch their videos. The straight down the middle. And then what's his face is on straight down the middle stuff too. The guy that does the
Carrie?
Yeah, Carrie.
Carrie Hardy or something?
Yeah, that's right. He was there.
I'm trying to remember all my names.
Everybody was there. Mighty Bean says Northwest Pinball Show didn't have a lot of hangout space.
No.
It's a lot of tables. That's right. It's just different. There's a lot of tables.
Yeah, I guess the hangout space is kind of the little eating area they have. The food's not great there, so I would say we actually left and just went and got Mexican food.
Yeah,
last
there's
time.
there's a lot of stuff that's just right there outside.
A lot of restaurants and stuff have been walking.
Yeah, a block or two away that just ends up, so you can actually end up going there. And of course you can walk in and out just like any other sort of event. But I think I'll end up bringing earplugs. I wore earplugs at TPF, at least day 2.
I don't remember it being like quite as, like it seemed loud this last weekend. I don't know if maybe it's just as loud and I just didn't notice it or something.
I think it was just we didn't notice it before. That's a lot of flipping and a lot of just game sound.
I'm probably also less likely to notice if I'm actually playing more pinball too. I feel like because we were standing around a lot, it was easy to start noticing that your feet are getting tired and your ears are getting tired and.
Yep, Cammy, she had the on the first day. Becca had the sparkly.
Yeah, we saw her.
Sparkly coat. Courtney was gonna wear her sort of crazy coat, but it was warm.
Way too warm.
Yeah,
I was gonna
really
sweat.
Warm. Yeah.
I mean, I was already sweating probably, but
Yeah.
I was going to be in like a sweatsuit, like hot box, if I wore that.
You're right, Jack.
Well, at least I won. I didn't.
Yeah, Miga's like the pinball category on Twitch over the weekend was quiet.
Very quiet. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, that's right. And Reaper says, y'all barely scratched the surface of food in that area. I know. Dude, so
we ate as much as we could.
That's one of the things is when we were there, and we're driving around and we're realizing there's a lot of space, right?
And everything's a steakhouse.
Yeah, everything's a steakhouse, coffee and steak, and there's a lot of food. There's a lot of shopping. There's just a lot of stuff, right? And we could have just planned out things to do, but food-wise, dude, it must be. Is it a big Texas thing to eat out all the time? Is it just sort of part of the culture? Because there's a lot of restaurants. And that barbecue place was our first real experience. I mean, the week before we were like, isn't barbecue just like a word that's used to
that
put
means you
on?
cooked meat on the grill.
It's like, no, we grill, we don't barbecue. So we had our lesson. And now that we've gone to a proper barbecue place.
Now we understand.
Now we understand. Yeah.
Now we also need to try making smoked turkey at home.
At least get some turkey breasts.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think we should get some turkey breasts and smoke them.
Yeah. Yeah, so Frisco was super tired. When we were at, what you want to call it? Chewy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like, it is super tiring. And if you're, it's sensory overload, you're meeting lots of people.
He also went home, so that was Saturday. Was that Friday or Saturday that we went to Chewy's? I think it was, I think that must have been Saturday that we went to Chewy's, and he had gone home on Friday night. I think he said he went home and played video games until like 3 a.m.
He was still doing. We even talked to him, and that's what Reichag I think is saying here is that he was even doing still doing the pin clash.
No,
like how much Godfather or Godfather Godzilla.
God, I think he's getting a little sick of Godzilla. I mean, I'm getting sick of seeing Godzilla, and I'm not even the one playing it. Oh, this is a really crappy game. All right, I'll pass it back to you when you get back. Barbecue is good, but that homemade ice cream is so good. Sal said. Okay, let me see. Slowly losing his mind for Pin Clash, yeah, for sure.
I would.
Yeah, Reaper said we could go for consecutive years and never eat at the same place. Although I actually would want to go back to that first place we went, the Las Palmas place. That I thought was that place.
That was
really
good. That'd have to be something where we're like, okay, we've got a little more time than just getting in the door and them saying, there's a reservation at this specific time, so you're gonna have to get out. Which was like an hour and a half later. We're like, we have plenty of time. But
Pepper said that Brent and her fell in love in Chewy's. Oh. I thought it was at Lord of the Rings. Why does your story keep changing? Was that the same date night?
We were actually talking about movies and like first date movies. Because I was talking about that
how bad
you should never ask me, like, what movie should I go on for this first date? Don't ask me. Because the first one, it revolved around Pulp Fiction, and I said that I went on this, first date with this person, and it was Pulp Fiction. I mean, I wanted to see Pulp Fiction, so we went, and it's a very aggressive movie, and we did not continue dating after that.
That wasn't me.
And she had her own movie. And then there was when I was, younger and working at the mall, I went on a date with like the pretzel girl or whatever it was.
Pretzel girl, like Auntie Anne's?
Like Auntie Anne, yeah. And she's like, don't take me to a movie with, like spiders. So I took her to Arachnophobia.
Did you like just not hear, or did you?
I was stupid. I mean, I was young. I was dumb. I did have a car, so I wasn't riding my bike still. That would have been my first car. So yeah, that right. And then when Courtney and I went to our first movie, I took her to a kung fu movie, and she wasn't ready for kung fu.
I'd never seen a kung fu movie. I had no idea. I was like, what is happening right now? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. And then Brent, I think, said that maybe the first movie you guys went to was, I think, Lord of the Rings or something like that.
After going to Chewy's, apparently.
yeah.
So Reichhouse says, my wife of over 18 years, the first thing I showed her was Getaway in Stockholm. It was an underground DVD of a guy driving a Porsche outrunning the cops.
Yeah, I suppose you have to figure out what kind of movies did the person
I did really like the creamy jalapeno sauce. But then I was thinking about it when I got home, and I've made like a creamy jalapeno avocado sauce before, and I was like, okay, so I can try making the creamy jalapeno at home. But I might prefer the avocado jalapeno sauce I make instead. Because I made that for some tacos. Remember when I made chicken tinga? I made the creamy avocado jalapeno sauce.
Sort of.
Pay attention, police. I'm just kidding. Amiga said the first movie I watched with my partner was Star Wars Attack of the Clones.
See, that seems fitting.
That
seems fitting for you. Like,
that seems like an appropriate movie. That, like, I would think you'd be really happy about going to see that movie.
Well, unless the person didn't like Star Wars, but I can't imagine. Yeah, what other first date
Pepper,
movies?
we finally got Whataburger at the airport. We got to the airport when we were starving, and so we got Whataburger, and it was actually really good. And I was like, oh man, it's at the airport, is it gonna be good? But they were so busy, they must have just been cranking them out. So they were like really moist and like, they weren't all dried up patties or anything like that. I thought it was really good. It was better than the In-N-Out we had in Texas. But I don't feel like we should have been eating at In-N-Out. I think we went there because it was familiar and it was late and we just wanted something familiar, but it was kind of dry, so.
Yeah, and there was a line. It's not like they would have had burgers sitting around. It's just they just weren't.
Yeah.
I think In-N-Out seems to be a little hit or miss.
I think so too, but I think maybe it was Pepper, but somebody else told us that about Whataburger. Like some of them are good and some aren't, but we found that with Five Guys here. Like there's a place that we lived where there's 2 different Five Guys we could go to, and we would always go to one because it was always good there. The other one, it was always overcooked.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm disappointed we didn't get to make it to Babe's Reaper. I was really excited to go get some fried chicken.
Yep.
I think that that last day when we were about to go to, we almost went instead of Chewy's because there was a lot of wait at Chewy's. But we're like, man, by the time we get up there, there's probably a wait for Babe's too, and it was like a 30-minute drive. And at that point, we just decided to wait. Yeah, Pepper said some Whataburgers are great and some aren't so great. So they were out of shakes. I was really disappointed. That was our last chance to get ice cream, was to get a milkshake there, and they were out.
They probably weren't out. They probably just didn't want, they were so busy. They probably just didn't want to make them.
I mean, if it's like most fast food restaurants, I don't even think they have to do much. They just put it in a cup, don't they?
Well, they could just squeeze it out of a machine or something. That was terrible. Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, Reaper said Babes always has a wait, but worth it. Oh, man.
Ball save. This first ball was not like the last game.
I feel like that's always a problem. Like every time we go anywhere, we don't have enough stomachs to eat all the food that we want to eat. So you have to just like pick and choose. And sometimes what happens is you're just really hungry and you're like, okay, well, we were told that this is an all right place, so let's just go there because it's here and we're hungry and we don't want to have to think.
Right, outlanes for my team ups.
Why you have to go more than once, Saul says. Yep. I know, but now I feel like, okay, so as far as, I mean, we'll have to think if there's any out-of-town people coming to Northwest Pinball Show. Like, we got to figure out the best place to recommend for food. And I need to look at the coffee options around there.
Coffee options?
I'm just thinking for Northwest Pinball Show in case anybody from out of town comes. I want to be able to have like
You gotta
recommendations.
make sure you go to a good coffee
Yeah, I always tell people, Starbucks is consistently mediocre.
I say it's the McDonald's of coffee.
It's McDonald's of coffee.
It's everywhere.
And I always say just like pretty much go to any other coffee shop and it's probably going to be better. But I just haven't looked at what's down there. Let me look. What's near Tacoma Convention Center? I mean,
That's
I know
only
that
like what is that, a month away, basically, the next one?
Like 2 months, basically.
It's a lot of
Well,
fun.
yeah, April, May. It's 2 months. Oh, there's a Rock down there. Is that a local thing? Rock Pizza?
Should be able to get that center, right? I think it's like 2 center shots. I'm just gonna let that go.
There's a lot of pizza places around there. Ooh, El Gaucho. That's spendy, but amazing.
That's not a dinner place you wanna.
No, not unless you're rich.
Yeah. My first 2 games were. My second game had potential to be even more amazing than it was, but apparently that first game roll was short-lived. I should get that back. Am I getting that back? No. Well, I'm gonna get that back because I'm not taking that for an answer.
Okay, let me look. Oh wow, Dorky's is right by there.
Yeah, Dorky's is.
Oh, there's one called Campfire Coffee. I would try that.
Dorky's is a pinball place, and it's fine. The machines aren't always, a lot of arcade games though, like old arcades.
I know, like the Woods Coffee is one that's a local one that's really good. We used to go there when we go to Bellevue Square, which isn't often these days. That's the coffee place we like to go to. There's one called Campfire Coffee. I would try that.
We'll just have to put it in the Discord. We'll just have to kind of
I'm
take
just
a look.
I'm just because I'm thinking about it right now. I guess I'm just looking right now, but.
I figured I had to try.
That's like basically like 2 blocks from where we're staying.
Okay. Must defeat everything.
Oh, there's a McMinimans. That's kind of a local thing. That's more of a Portland thing, but it's the Northwest Pinball Show, not the Washington Pinball Show. So I didn't actually realize that there was a McMinimans down there.
I like that the show's poster has like a raccoon, a bear,
Yeah.
Sasquatch, they're all driving on the way to the woodland creatures.
So given that, I guess the Campfire Coffee place seems like an appropriate one to try out this time. I think last time we ate on our way down, or we ate right before we went. And I think we ended up eating at the show, which wasn't great. I mean, it's just,
It's substance.
it's like ballpark food, basically.
Well, I don't even know if I'd call it that good.
It might be worse than ballpark food.
Yeah. Depends on which ballpark.
Actually, we had brunch the morning at the hotel we were staying at. That was good.
Well, I'm getting those back. Oh, that was mean.
I haven't been to the Rock Pizza in a long time, but we used to really like to go there. Apparently there's one of those about a block away. But the fun part about going there is that you can get a cocktail in a beach pail.
Right.
Like a bucket. They call them buckets. Let's see. Sorry, I think I missed so much. But next year, kick off and do more things. Yeah, this year there were so many new machines. I felt like I had to be there the whole weekend. But next year I would take off and do more things. I agree. Rishak, oh, it's only 2.5 hours from you. What's only 2.5 hours from you, Rishas?
The show, Skoma?
Babes, or the pinball show, or
Everything.
what's the local thing, Pepper? The coffee?
Ooh, boy.
Will we have our CCR by the time of the next show? I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Just noticed the little Deadpool action cam looks great. Oh yeah. Then he said he's gonna steal that idea eventually.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's awesome.
Steal all the ideas.
Yeah. Make all the streams awesome.
I was saying that Friday I'll do another 3D print, so that our little side cam will be. We'll play Deadpool again, but maybe I can find a decent like print of a something Deadpool-y.
Hey, Vinny, you're right. At the current price, every 3 toppers is basically a new pinball machine anyway. So you're not missing out on much if you. He said his ceiling is so low he can't have toppers. But you're right though. Every 3 toppers you would have bought is another pinball machine. So
Right.
That's better use of your money.
Right, that's true.
He said he has about 5 inches of clearance on top. He'd have to take the legs off Wonka to get the playfield version. Yeah. Yeah, basement would be nice. We don't have a basement here.
We have an under the house sort of area, but we would need like a little elevator, a secret elevator.
Take out the coat closet.
Who can do that? Who can make us a secret elevator?
But how do you get a pinball machine down there?
A secret elevator.
It'd be really difficult to get pinball machines.
Just
down
like
there.
the floor somewhere just lifts up and go down there. Alright, see if I can get that extra ball. I do need to... Where I'm at, okay.
The pin layer, which Salsa.
Totally. Yes, pin layer would be awesome. Trying to capture this ball so I can go and get the Wolverine center shot.
I think
here.
Mutter Futter
Well, that's not
hasn't
it.
streamed in a while. They used to stream, but they have a basement with all their pinball machines. And I believe they call it the lower playfield. I thought that was really cool.
Come on now.
Okay, is that Mr. Clean?
I can't look.
I think
so
it
now I
is.
need to get it in the scoop. Uh-oh. There it is. It's not a big.
Did we ever watch Colorado Pinball? Not sure what is happening to Paul. Or what happened to Paul. Colorado Pinball? I feel like I remember hearing that name, but I haven't seen them on in a while. Do they still stream? So Sal said, just so you guys know, the Pulp Fiction spinners make old school bell sound. Yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't really hear it at the show, so it'll be fun to play with some sound.
Yeah, you said the spinners when it flips, and I saw the pictures of it. That one of the hearts is bigger than the other, so it actually looks like it's beating. That's cool.
Oh. I was looking at that and trying to figure out what it was supposed to be. That makes so much sense, though.
Oh boy. Okay, so quest is lit. I guess I'll just have the ball fall in there. So what do we have? 57 weapons, mech suit, and then I need 100 to get my permanent multiplier.
Oh, I remember who you're talking about, Vinny. Yeah, Vinny said he always used to trim in a suit. I totally don't remember who you're talking about. Dry sense of humor,
that's
but
right.
was entertaining as hell. Brooklyn said that they're traveling in New Zealand and now coming to Australia. That's cool. Are you gonna meet up with them, Brooklyn? That's fun.
Aw. Oh, fine. I'm gonna say I might not get kicked up there. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, that was mean.
So mean.
So mean. Alright, so quest. Get quest. Or not.
Oh, sorry, Brooklyn. No, I was just wondering if you're going to meet up with them when they're coming. You said that they're coming to Australia, and then I just realized that you said you know some people are visiting, so I thought maybe you weren't meeting them. But
Didn't really want to do that, but whatever. Double danger. I can't. Double danger, double danger. Not move this machine again. Not gonna do it. This last time I lost all my bonus. Oh, this is only 5. It's only
I was gonna
5
say,
this time.
it
but
wouldn't have
still.
been that much this time.
50 million points.
So So Sal said that's one thing I learned. Spinners are made by an outsourced manufacturer. It costs them about $2 to make and $5 for opto spinners, but they charge $25 or $50. Wow. Brooklyn said would like to meet them, but it was only a watch of their stream. He used to bake and cook. That's cool. We've talked about doing that.
Yep.
Trying to do some cooking streams is like not like on our normal pinball nights. We'd keep pinball on Mondays and Fridays, but just throwing in a fun weekend stream. Cook something. So Hall Effect bearing spinners CGCUs are made in-house and cost more to make but save money from doing it themselves.
Come on now. Come on. Damn it.
What is everybody's airport snack? When you go to the airport and you're flying, what do you get? We got gummy worms, sour gummy worms. Twice. Both flights, there and back.
But they were in the bag on the way back, and we were stuffed in the back corner, the poo corner.
Yeah, back corner by the toilets. We were literally like the last 2 seats in the airplane. Yeah.
It was not fun.
I think everybody loaded up for dinner before getting on that plane. Chocolate covered almonds, Brooklyn says. Painkillers, Saul says.
Yeah, I suppose it would have been this time around.
I have to get a bottle of water. Like I don't know. It's like my security blanket almost. I just have to have water on me. Yeah, it was a little claustrophobic sitting in those back seats. Like, I'm not ever going to do that again. Chocolate covered almonds are good. Vinny loves a good sun chip. Garden salsa or harvest cheddar is backup. Wow, I don't think I've had sun chips in a really long time. I don't even, do they still make those?
Of course they do.
I mean, I feel like I haven't even seen them at the store. Maybe they just don't have them at our grocery store.
They have other like crispy chips that are.
They probably have like some off-brand version. Yeah, Pepper goes, I buy those super expensive bottles of water every time, right? Sal said, I bet landing was cool. You guys are closer to hitting the ground sitting all the way in the back.
Oh, God. I thought there might have been.
I think I was in like full
on.
survival mode by that point, just trying to like zone out and like. Johnny Rich, first time chatter. Thanks for hanging out and saying hi. How's it going? Johnny asked, did the spinner count towards next level while in multi? I don't know.
The next level, as far as there's 2 spinners, and I'm trying to remember if the Wolverine spinner that goes for Berserker mode, and I'm not sure if while in a certain multi-ball if it does that. That one was
Brooklyn said he doesn't think so.
the left spinner, which was for disco.
Videos.
And they don't always, when you're doing a certain mode, they don't always add to that. So, but I'm not quite sure which modes it does or doesn't.
So he was talking about the disco spinner, left spinner. But yeah, Brooklyn said doesn't think so. Vinny said you should have been like, these are not our seats. These must be for range shitty pinball.
Oh, man.
Reaper said Dr. Pepper and Funyuns, so I let out soft, quiet burps and blow them in the direction of the person sitting next to me to gain more space. That would have been like an air freshener where we were sitting.
Oh, sweet Lord. At one point in time, I had my headphones on, and it just...
I was like crying, laughing because I looked over at him and I could just
smells.
see it in his
I
eyes.
took off my glasses, and I took off my headphones, and I was in agony. I'm like, come on, dude. And then when we're at, hey, everyone put your seats back on the plane. It's your thing. But we're in the very back, and our seats don't go back at all.
Yeah.
And the person in front of Courtney puts her, and she's in the corner, now the seat's back, and she's like, oh.
I seriously, like, I was like borderline panic attack. I'm not going to lie. Like,
yeah.
I was like, I do not like this. I'm like so uncomfortable right now. Like it's like the wall just goes straight back. It doesn't curve out for another window because it stopped having windows. So I can just feel the wall on my arm and the seats in my face. And I can feel Eric there, and that was probably a good thing. Like that was the grounding.
Then of course we were literally the last people, besides the the people working the crew. We might as well just got a job with the crew because we were the last off. And someone's like, oh, so I think someone forgot their poster tube. Nope, that's just the last person on the plane trying to get off.
We're still here.
We're still here.
Let us off the plane. I want to go home. Yeah, by that point, we were just like, F this.
Yeah, we were
Get out of here. Like, get to the shuttle, get to the car, get the hell out of the airport.
We're tired. We just needed to.
I told him like on the plane yesterday. I'm like, I'm never sitting this far. I'm never sitting behind the wings again. I don't think.
No.
It's too loud.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that close to the bathrooms again.
Anything
I'm like,
you can do
I will just pay to upgrade next time. I don't even care. Or we'll get a different flight. We'll fly a different day. We'll drive. I don't know. I'll get a flying pony. Yeah, so Brooklyn said, I believe it's just points and disco multi-ball. That was for Johnny. Pepper said Dr. Pepper and Doritos for her and a Snickers.
Doritos. I'm a Doritos fan.
He loves Doritos.
This one's not a Doritos fan.
Well, here's the funny thing. I never have been, but you keep buying them randomly, and so like when he has them, I'm like, okay, I'll have a chip. I'll have a chip. Like I would have like one or two of them. So I feel like they're starting to grow on me now because I'm starting to eat them. But I think I only like the ranch ones, right?
I don't know which ones.
I don't know what flavor you actually had. So Pepper also says she would have had to have a shot. Like, I don't think one shot would have done it. I needed like something to just knock me out so I could just like sleep and not know where I was.
Yeah, it wasn't very comfortable. Thankfully, we could get Wi-Fi on the plane, so I was able to at least watch just some videos or whatever the heck I wanted to watch.
I played like the dumbest game the most of the time on the flight. I downloaded Slingo. I don't know if anybody remembers Slingo. That used to be like a computer game in the 90s. There's a phone app. I just played that because it was like mindless. I could just like zone out, and it was like bingo basically. Vinny says Doritos, purple bag. Yes, Snickers.
Which was the purple bag?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think if that's the spicy one. That would be red. I think so. That'd be red.
Oh God, Reaper. Reaper goes, nothing is worse than when the restroom door opens and that hot air hits your arm.
Man.
At least we weren't on the end. There was one person between us on the restroom door.
And the thing is, then of course you're there, right? And then you're like, that person hasn't come out in a long time.
Sweet chili, yes. TK Pinball with sweet chili is what the purple one is. And also, another first-time chatter. Thanks for stopping in.
Well, welcome to our wonderful topics.
Our horrible stories of our flight home from PPF. Yeah, then he goes, Slingo is about all we had back in the AOL days. Slingo and like, there was that. Okay, so here's what we had back in those days. And I'm sure you guys remember this. Somebody must. Those discs that had like 20 games on them, and none of them were like known games. They were just random games. But sometimes there'd actually be really fun games on those. Can't remember a single one, but we always had a few of those around. They just had a bunch of different weird random games on them. Some of them were actually fun. Ooh, Chips Challenge. I always liked Chips Challenge. Reaper goes, AOL, haha, ASL. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember AOL chat? You type ASL to know age, sex, location.
Oh, no, I don't remember that part. I was thinking ICQ. I think was like the first sort of Insta chat thing.
What's ICQ?
It was like an early. We'll say it was like Slack, like early like instant chat.
What did it stand for?
I don't know.
Oh, Pirate just goes, how about ICQ?
Hey.
He literally just says the Pirate knows what you're talking about.
It was like a little flower.
Remy goes, 14F Cali. ICQ, uh-oh. What? I don't even know what's happening right now. There's a series of letters and numbers. Yeah, dude, AOL.
It just as soon as AOL hits, I just hear the logging on just into the computers that.
You've got mail.
Just because of how long ago it was.
Yeah, I remember like you only had a certain limited amount of characters to put in your profile for AOL Instant Messenger, but you had to try to fit enough code in there to make the letters different colors.
Winamp.
And stuff.
I remember Winamp, LimeWire. Yeah.
Yes, Kazaa. That's the one we used. Kazaa at some point. I remember all those, but Kazaa was the one we used a lot. Pirate says ICQ is how I met Linda.
That's funny.
Ski Free. Anybody remember Ski Free?
Did I get that back?
Ski Free and Chips Challenge
are
one of my favorite games that like came
not
on
how
the
you do that.
computer.
Dang it.
That's so funny.
I think it was,
All right, Vinny, have a great night.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for
Yeah, thanks a lot.
hanging out.
we were playing a game at I think it might have been actually Cidercade. And these blue, bumpers, right on here, and then I think there's one over here. They were actually like broken, like they were bent over.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember what game that was. I'm like, you might want to replace those.
Vinny, yeah, we'll be playing Deadpool at least probably for a few weeks.
Yeah, because I need to. I got pin sound for Simpsons, and I want to make sure and put that in when we stream that next.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of holding off because supposedly I'll get that Mandalorian topper soon, so they don't have topper cam. So I'm kind of waiting for that, and we were just playing Jurassic Park, so.
Yeah, one of those two is next.
So I'm trying to. So we'll probably play this a few times, and the next time we'll have. I'll probably do a 3D print as the side
Shaken
cam.
Not Stirred says I need to check out the Cidercade near them. Yes.
We were in
It was
Frisco.
It was fun. We were in Frisco. Or well, the Dallas one. It was the Dallas version, not the Frisco one.
And that's right. And we had heard that they had taken care of the games for that night or so, probably because there were so many pinball people in town, but it's not always great condition.
Yeah, they were playable and they were fun, but like they weren't amazing.
I enjoyed, that was the first time I was able to play James Bond, and I liked it.
I did too, that's where I played it too. Wasn't there a social media called Zanga? I feel like that rings a bell, Reaper. But I also feel like, isn't that also like a brand of apps on cell phones today? Or is that something else? Sal's been playing more Simpsons on location. I think it's on the list for later on. Yeah, I do love that one. That's my favorite Sal. And Pirate was just saying that Scooby gets here Thursday, so I'm assuming Pirate's stream on Saturday. Saturday Night Skill Shot's gonna be Saturday Night Scooby Snacks.
Oh, Scooby Snacks. Oh, dang it. I was telling Homegrown that on my Deadpool, that where the ball comes off that side by the katana sword, that when I got it, oh, come on, I got a ball stick going on. That there's a rubber that's there, right, a post, and that one right there where the ball went out.
Yep.
And originally it would always drain. It just, no matter what, it would just go down the middle. And so I replaced it.
Hey Brian, thanks for lurking. Have a great night. It was good chatting with you and good to see you this weekend. The O'Neills are headed out.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. Next time,
I know
we'll wait in line.
Next time we'll go with you to get barbecue.
Yeah. Since it brought a tear to your eye.
I know. I need that experience. I want to cry over meat. Cry of happiness over
That's
meat.
right. Yeah.
Homegrown's adjustment is a new Elvira.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait to see more of that. Are you streaming that tomorrow?
Did you tell Pepper that the machine, the Elvira that you're playing at TPF also was missing a gargoyle?
Yeah, the one we played at TPF was missing the gargoyle.
So yeah, so on this one, on that outlane, I actually ended up putting
meat tears. Yes, I want happy meat tears though, not sad meat tears. Sal said I had a girlfriend cry over meat was a problem, really. Yeah, I want to, like, the experience Brian was talking about earlier, that the food was so good it brought a tear to his eye. That's what I'm talking about. Not like, oh my god, my steak's overcooked, this is so depressing. I don't want to be crying like that. Homerun said, I have to completely move the out lane to the end of the hex screw. Off is actually better. Is that for the gargoyle?
No, it's for one of the out lanes. Like on, I think on the left, yeah, it's the left side of Deadpool. It has an adjustment. The right side doesn't. The one over here, it just has that post. And where the post is supposed to kick the ball out. But on mine, it was just kicking it out to the drain. I'm like, this is not how it's supposed to work. So I played a lot of other ones, and now mine plays like the other ones. So I just feel like it wasn't the right, you know, sort of rubber on it. But you know, it's,
Oh my god.
every machine's gonna be a little bit different when you get it.
Still sore. My feet are still sore from this weekend.
Oh wow, that was a crazy save. That was just lucky. Okay, I should at least go in there because I've got all sorts of team ups. Oh, now the extra ball will be lit. All right, so let's see if I can just finish Juggernaut off quicker.
I don't know why that sounded so funny. These turns are made so fast that it really is up to you how to get the bugs out. Oh, to get the bugs out, yeah.
I just find that if I don't set them at 7, that they just don't roll right. They'll come off funny. For Jurassic Park, that control room, that was coming off funny. I think actually the control room, I might have actually bent the metal a little bit on it, because that was another one that was always going down the center. I'm like, come on. But you know, look, when you get a machine, you gotta, so you gotta make adjustments.
For that cache, they need better quality control. Can't disagree with you there. What ball is that?
I've been playing a few games.
Oh.
Did you want to play again?
No, I think I'm good.
That's why I didn't even stop.
How much more are you gonna play?
Thousands.
Okay.
I needed to redeem myself.
Well, you're not there yet.
I'm not there yet.
All right. Ouch. Sorry, rig.
Dude.
Sorry, hand. Well, in case. Ow. Jesus, I'm breaking.
Just having problems reading chat.
I wasn't having problems reading chat. I was having problems like moving like a normal human, apparently.
Yeah, all the cameras are on this rig, so you touch one and everything just starts. And then the one that I have for little Deadpool is basically right by my left flipper hand. It's just attached to the rig. Uh-oh. You got okay, it stayed. Oh, that was mean. Yeah, man, at least have to get to the, like, mech suit, right? Tire fire, yeah, right? And I'm always like moving around a little bit because the cameras that's pointing at the LCD is a little bit in front of the screen, so I can't quite see what ball it's on.
Those little cake bites I got are so good.
No, that's not doing
I need
the
to figure
trick.
out how to make those.
Just make cakes.
Yeah, but these are like little, I don't know how they made them. It tastes like cake batter, like a little cake batter ball covered in white chocolate. It tastes like birthday cake and frosting. So Brooklyn asked, or said, hope you enjoyed TPF. What was your highlight? Sal said, thanks, I was on drugs. But in this order, I like Pulp Fiction, Foo Fighters, Galactic Tank Force. Brooklyn had a few tweaks on Turtles, but all good so far. Spinner needs one minor adjustment still.
Yeah, definitely don't be afraid to tweak when you get a machine. I think it's part of the, and put rubber bands on your outlays. And I think that's just part of that's just kind of a thing. I mean, they're not going to play test them, you know, for hours on end. They got to get them through the line. They got to make sure everything is working.
They got to bust them out so they can sell 1 million.
Yeah, but they've got to be able to get them out. And, you know, everything is obviously going to be, the holes are going to be here and there, and they're going to put them. But, you know, I mean, it's not a computer game. It's not an arcade game.
So Pepper watched the Twippies and fast forward. Did you guys see that Next Level won the best place to play pinball? Love that the best place to play pinball is like a 4-hour drive.
As it should be. $20 and all those machines for all day.
We need to go again.
That is a heck of a deal. I've got all the machines. Yeah, I'm glad that it's far, but it's actually nice as a little getaway, if you will.
What did you win the Twippy for, Sal?
Ooh.
Yeah, this summer for sure. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, I think, yeah, Sal was talking about his tooth. That does suck. At least they gave you some good drugs so you didn't have to, like, know your mouth hurt. Let's see. Brooklyn. Mine was minor. Lube the pizza motor because it was noisy. Spinner arm hitting bracket and barely moving. Okay.
Oh.
I know, I figured you took Jackson, held it like you did, but I thought if you were telling the story that you won one, I just figured you'd have a story for what it was for. My body is tired, you guys. I wonder how many days it'll take to feel fully recovered from this weekend. Getting old is so fun. Best tire fires. What do you want it for? Sal said. So Pepper said, I don't know how you're standing. Yeah, no, we worked today. We both worked today. We didn't go into the office today because we would have had to we got home at 11 last night. We would have had to get up at 4:45 to go into the office. So we said F that, but.
I partially worked.
We took a nap during lunch for sure though. How do you like the precision flippers? Rika Fraz wants to know. Rika Fraz, first time chat. Thanks for hanging out.
I like the flippers. Why do you want to get? Why? The question is kind of sort of like, you know, why should or why does someone want to get the flippers? Outside of them looking cool, I've got them on this and I've got them on my Mandalorian. They are. It's easier to adjust. Would be one of the main reasons that outside of look that people would want to get them. And I'm sorry, now I'm in the middle of this ball thing. Ball crazy. What I would say is that when you get them, you do want to turn down the power. They actually tell you to turn down the power because they will hit hard.
Oh, yeah. The way you have it adjusted, I can't tell the difference, honestly, but they look awesome.
Yeah, so I've turned down my flipper power a lot. But they feel exactly the same. There isn't any, you're not gonna, as long as you get them turned down, you know, correctly, you're not gonna know the difference. The nice thing about it is that, yes, you can adjust them from the top. That's probably the number one thing. I ended up getting the set also with the aluminum bushing. Do you need the aluminum bushing? I don't know if you need the aluminum bushing. I just ended up getting the bushing. And then as far as color goes, and having them, so I've got a silver.
What's the exclamation for that?
I've got a silver set for. Yeah, unfortunately our link doesn't work right now.
What is it normally?
I don't know what you're asking me.
Isn't there an exclamation point command for the flipper code?
There might be, but none of it's working, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, I just wanted to know what it was, but.
I had built one for them, and none of them showed up. So that's what I'm saying. Is there's something wasn't right?
Well, the thing's not working right now, but I think the code is actually RCP. Sel, thanks for mentioning that.
It is.
But yeah,
I was getting there.
Sorry, Sel had mentioned it, but mentioned that you saw it here.
So, if you get the solid versions, the only thing I would say is that I've got the silver ones, solid silver tops on the Mandalorian, which looks awesome. Because it looks like Beskar.
Like Beskar, yeah.
But there is a little bit of a scratch on it. And that's fine. It's no big deal. But I wondered that if you get one that's color, if it will all of a sudden, if you get a scratch on the top, a ball can hit it, something can happen, right? Will you have a silver scratch across it? Because the color's only going to go through so deep. So that's something that I would sort of be aware of. But yeah, I ended up getting the couple pairs, and
Beskar, Battlescar, yeah.
And I reached out to the Precision Flipper people, and just said that, hey, we get questions about these. Any chance you can give us a code? So they gave us a code. So yeah, so if you go on there, you should be able to use RCP.
And is that 10% off?
I think it's 10% off. Dang it. I think it's 10% off, yeah.
Yeah, so Rika Fraz, it's the coupon code you use if you order them is RCP for Rain City Pinball.
Yeah.
Which is what Sel was talking about.
Yeah.
And I think it's 10% off.
I think so, yeah. So if you're gonna get a couple pairs, yeah, because it's not a dollar amount. Like if it's a dollar amount, you can do separate orders.
Yeah, that's the lit frame.
But since it's a
So Brooklyn said is I've not gotten them because most likely tournament games won't have them. Not that I'm a top player or anything.
Yeah. You just get them for looks.
They're
basically.
just for fun.
They're just fun. It's just another mod that you can do. They're not. Don't think that they're needed. They're not going to make you a better player.
A couple of people said these look cool. Johnny and Brooklyn were talking about that these look cool.
They look cool.
They do look cool.
They definitely look cool. But definitely turn down your flipper power. Oh, bastard. Yeah, so what do I have these at right now?
136 or something, right?
Yeah, because normally I think it's 265. So here's 215.
215.
So what's it normally? 245? I'll give you an idea. 255. So turn them down.
And you had it on 215.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Otherwise, you're just crushing you're throwing a pinball at so much speed. Like I would hit the scoop, and it would come out of the scoop. It wasn't going in the scoop properly. When it would hit the snicked, it would actually jump up over like the ramp. I'm like, yeah. So you're just trying to get them to the same feel. So it'll take a little time to get that adjusted.
Yeah.
Because you want them to play how the game is played, right?
I feel like this comes up often enough, and like you do that often enough in stream. Like we should just record a quick video, and you can show people how to adjust them and like what your settings are for them. And
they're
like that.
super easy to put in. The instructions are extremely complicated. For me, anyways, it was like page after page. I'm like, what is going on?
But you figured it out.
You untighten one little screw, and you take out your old flipper, and you just put the new one in for the most part. And you do need to leave a little bit of room because you don't want everything to just be super tight as far as the post going in, because it can bind against what it's sitting on. All you do is you just give it a little bit of room. And do one at a time and look at the other one and be like, yep, that's easy enough. And then when you've got the posts in, well, then you just put the flipper bat on top. You get it adjusted, tighten it down, and away you go.
D. Kaiser says, I think they're a necessity for JJP games, Guns N' Roses specifically. I feel like the Godfather pin would look really rad with the gold ones.
It could be. There might be more, maybe there's more torque, so you have a little quicker snap to them.
That might actually help it.
That could help. That could help.
Yeah, so that is way down. Brooklyn said nothing can make me a better player other than a time machine. Practice. Just keep playing.
I was telling Courtney when we were at TPF, I could tell that she was starting to manage. She was starting to have more ball control.
I feel like, and this is kind of what I was saying earlier. I feel like when I was not streaming and trying to remember to talk to people and that kind of thing, I'm only like half focused when we play when we're streaming. So I felt like I was noticing a difference myself too, because I was actually focusing on the game I was playing, because I wasn't trying to like talk to everybody in chat, which is fine. You're just not getting my best work. Not your best work. Thanks, Carl Weathers. Yes, we did see the Cactus Canyon mod for CCR. Are you talking about like the $800 one? It was amazing, but I don't think I'm going to spend $800 on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I would say that one of the first earliest skills that you should learn on pinball. I mean, you want to control the ball. You have to be able to control it outside of course hitting shots. You've got to be able to control the ball, and it's just let it dead bounce. Just let it dead bounce. See what happens.
Reaper, have an awesome night. Thanks for hanging out. It was great to meet you. Reaper's heading out.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. It was really nice meeting you at TPF. Thanks for hanging. We'll see you again.
So D Kaiser thought the CCR mountain mod looked cool, but actually drained on it after losing track of the ball under all the rocks. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I did wonder about that.
I
we were
made a
looking
comment
at it, and
about that.
there was so much covered up. I'm like, I don't know how much is up there. Maybe it doesn't matter, but because it seemed like it was just sort of covering up the waterfall, but it was pretty cool.
The waterfall's rad looking.
Sal said he's crazy enough he might get it. Pepper gets the can't play and stream thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was not very good. Well, I'll take 61, but. And then after a dead bounce, then.
Pepper, did you get your
catching the
keychain?
ball, just hanging on to the ball, is then start learning how to drop catch. That would be the next one that I would highly recommend.
Yeah, funny enough, I was trying to put my scores from the new games on Pindigo, but Galactic Tank Force isn't even an option on there yet. Let me see if it's on there now.
And drop catching is
Not that I got a great score.
is when the flipper's up, the ball comes down, and you let go of the flipper button, and then you sort of slow down. It's like catching a ball, right? You sort of bring it in. And that will change things. I'll drop catch on this. From out here, it's the best thing to do. Don't do very well, but you can stop it that way, right? So the idea is you're not just holding it up, holding your flipper up. You're literally bringing your flipper down.
Wait, in Galactic Tank Force, was Deluxe or Limited? Which one was the one that had the wheels? The tank wheels?
Limited.
Limited? So Deluxe is the standard?
Correct.
It is on there now. Let's see. Whoa, I can't see that at all. Hold on.
2 balls locked. Oh.
143-452-920. 143-452.
I've got the big boom going, but that's not going to help me with the T-Rex here. Pepper, she's sick. She's better drop catch than you can. It's a really good skill. The live catch is definitely the more difficult, but I think live catches becomes more difficult or not possible just because the flippers might not be angled up as much, which makes it more difficult. On this machine, I can't drop catch. I have to on Mando.
Hey, actually, so I just finally put in my Galactic Tank Force score on Pindigo, and I'm currently the #1 person that's put in their score on that because only 3 people have.
Take a picture, you're third. Get it.
They must have just added that because I'm sure a lot more people played it than that.
Yeah.
That's funny. I actually had a pretty good score. I mean, based on this. But yeah. Okay. So Sal said he's getting the point where he might like turtles more than Deadpool. Yeah, for sure. Future star Pepper. Yeah, Sal, I was just asking so that I knew which one to put on the score for Pindigo. So it wasn't signature or limited based on that. We did not see Carl, Escher, or Ray Day. We saw Los. We saw Laser Los.
Yep.
We saw, we didn't say hi to him. He was kind of like off talking to people. We saw Jack Danger and said hi to him and got a picture. We saw Fliptronic there. We didn't meet them.
A lot of people we didn't necessarily go out of our way to say hi, not because, you know, we're too cool for school, but just seemed kind of
There's a lot of times
odd.
where they seemed kind of involved in conversations with other people already, and it just, you know, you're just gonna stand there and stare at them until they finally pay attention to you. So Homegrown got 521 million yesterday on Galactic Tank Force. And the one I just logged on Pindigo wasn't that bad then comparatively. I got 143, oh, billion you said, didn't you? I got 143 million, so never mind. I was shit. Oh no, you did say million.
yeah.
521 million, so I got 143 million. So that's actually not terrible considering how good Homegrown is. Put your score on Pindigo, then you can be number one. You can take it away from me. Steal my crown. So D. Kaiser said he saw Homegrown, but he was talking and didn't want to interrupt. Dude, you should have interrupted him. He probably would have given you a pickle beer. He had a pocket full of them.
Yeah, we had, I was wearing a mask basically the whole time. Oh, come on. So
Yeah, we both were.
Yeah, I had a shirt on, but that could have been anybody.
Sal says it was cool this year to have some of these folks come up to me to say hi. He said Becca and Jordan came up and said hi, Scott Denisi did, and Jack did.
We did not have anybody come up and say hi.
Nobody recognized us first.
Nobody loves us.
No, everybody loves us. They just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
D. Kaiser said, should have, was the first day I figured I'd see you again. Yeah, that's kind of the thing too. It's like we kind of did the same thing. We saw a lot of people that first night and then didn't see them again. So, you're new. Yes. So,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
we are.
We are.
We didn't expect
We're
anybody.
working on our first year.
We didn't expect anybody to know us. So.
No. Fine, Sabretooth.
Pepper told D. Kaiser to always interrupt too. Okay, I'm gonna have to start
it's fun meeting
keeping
people.
track of my list of who's going to our show now. Who was saying earlier that they're gonna be there? Was it Mighty Bean?
We say our show because this is where we live. Our home show.
Yes,
Yeah.
Northwest Pinball Show. Who said earlier they were going? Was it Mighty Bean?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to start a list so I remember like who we need to try to say hi to, or who's saying that they're going.
And who didn't get a keychain from us, basically.
Yeah.
Now we've got stickers. Who doesn't want stickers?
We got stickers.
Okay, the bumper should finish. Yes, and I need to get into the scoop. Bounce off.
Pepper said, I'm sure you both know that I loved your outfits. So great. Pepper wants a shirt. You want a Rain City shirt?
If you want a Rain City shirt, you can go to
We're on
Silverball
Silverball Swag.
Yeah, Silverball Swag.
We should just like...
Normally that would come up, but tonight, those things aren't popping up right now. Ooh.
Oh, hey, look at that. Literally, that right after you said that, the bot popped up with the link for Silver Ball.
Oh, at least okay. Well, at least that's going. It listens. Since I don't have any team ups, I don't actually want to.
So like I said, his is going to say cell processing, streaming tire fire since 2015. Yeah, we had matching blue shirts and matching like neon Nikes.
Yeah.
We were pretty awesome. Wait, he goes, were they matching blue? Kaiser, did you see us and not realize it was us?
Yeah, we had matching like Rain City blue shirts, like yeah, crazy 80s looking shoes. I had my hat on. I had a hat. I had a mask. I was basically incognito. I should have had glasses on, then you know.
Yeah. Yes, Frisco's shoes are amazing. I need more light up things. I'm gonna find light up things.
We found ones that were like that. Same company, Amazon, to get them, but they had like gold.
Oh yeah.
It was like
those were
totally
cool.
Robot looking, like Daft Punk.
Those are from Amazon. They're $30 on Amazon. Frisco shoes.
And you just charge them, and then you can select different color variation, like patterns, I should say.
Eric should have had a glue-on mustache on his mask.
We saw someone with the
Somebody
mustache.
did.
I was
We
like,
saw someone that
I
did.
like that. That's good. Oh, it's not going well.
Yeah, here, I'll grab the link for Discord one more time. D. Kaiser, if you're not in Discord, hop in. There's a picture. Picture of the matching outfits. It's Homegrown's Discord, but we have a channel there where it's kind of a collective of pinball streamers at this point.
All right, let's try this one more time. See where I can get. The Northwest Pinball Show said that it's going to be the largest one yet.
Yeah, I was looking at, they haven't like fully updated the list on the website of all the pinball machines they're gonna have, because there's only like 20 listed on the list on the website, but they're gonna have way more.
They're going to have over. They'll have over 400.
I must have played 60 different machines there last year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I didn't play nearly everything.
You're there playing pinball. For sure. Oh, you son of a biscuit.
Do you only have 60 points? Oh.
I got more now.
Oh yeah, so Pepper said she must have seen the same thing I saw. I'm kind of wondering if that's just like ones that have been donated by people that like maybe they donated it to, I don't know, maybe there's something where you got your name added or your pin added to the website if you donated and volunteered, or I don't know.
So I think Next Level loads up games and brings them down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they bring some.
There's a lot. And then the main guy, the lead tech or whatever it is, he has a warehouse of them.
Yeah.
So there's just lots of games of all eras too.
Yeah, there's a lot of really old pinball machines. So at Northwest Pinball Show, it's kind of divided. So Texas Pinball Festival seemed to have like a lot of random pinball machines everywhere, and they're all kind of mixed in. I couldn't really figure out a pattern besides like the, brand new Jersey Jacks were all together and the brand new Sterns were all together. But at Northwest Pinball Show, there will be like, the new Chicago Gaming section and the new Stern section, like that kind of thing. But the rest of them seems to sort of be organized by type. Like the newest one, the era of pinball machines. Like the newest ones are all together, and like, I don't know, Spike 2 or whatever they are, like whatever the next oldest ones are all together. And then you get like all the EMs off to another side. Squelito, what's up? How are you? We are doing good.
You missed my first two games, which were amazing. I'm trying to redeem myself.
Trying.
I think I blew the wad on the very first couple of games. Should be Quest is lit now. Oh, let's see. Come on.
What's 9 times 12?
9 times 12.
108?
18, 9. What?
108?
No, because it would be 18, so it's at least going to be 118. Right?
108.
That's hard for me
So
to
I
think
played
of.
108 pinball machines last year at Northwest Pinball Show. Well, I know this because I scrolled back to my pictures and I made 12 different like grids of the back of my scores on the pinball machines that had 9 each. So I played 108 different machines, and again, did not come close to playing them all. So they had a lot of stuff there.
Okay, this is it. This is the one.
We did try Godfather. We tried Godfather and Foo. We tried most of the new ones. We got to try Godfather, Foo, Pulp Fiction, Scooby, and Galactic Tank Force at TPF. Really liked Foo. Godfather was fine.
Yeah, I would have said it was Foo Fighters,
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
Yep, I would agree. I think Scooby's really up there too. I think Scooby was fun. I just want to play it more.
Yeah, I didn't play enough of Galactic. Everyone seems to like Galactic
Yeah.
Tank Force.
I feel like I need more time on a lot. We only played all of them except for Foo Fighters. We only got to play once.
I think I played Godfather enough.
Sal said Scooby gave me Whitewater vibes. That could be why I kind of liked it. Do love some Whitewater.
Yeah, they were selling Whitewater ramps at one of the vendors. But I looked for,
Godfather was fine. It was pretty fun to play. I don't know.
I think there was a lot happening on the playfield, on a lot of different shots that you can take. It would take a while to learn some of the rules and whatnot. The playfield looked really nice. The flippers were a little soft, as sort of expected with that designer. And
I just wasn't super impressed by the animation.
the animations were a little,
I feel like they just could have done better.
yeah. As far as because you're supposed to be, in a sense, you're, beating people up. What's going on?
But Foo was really fun. Pulp Fiction was fun. Scooby was really fun. Those were my top 3.
And unfortunately, like a big event like that, you're not going to hear a lot of the call-outs.
Yeah. Yeah, so we didn't really fully get the experience either.
I was able to play
Inside.
Bond at a place, and
And that was really fun.
I enjoyed Bond a lot.
Yeah.
And I even played it at the show too. So to me, that just means that I liked it.
Yeah, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. I think I liked James Bond a lot more than I expected to. I still don't love the art on it, like the art package.
Oh, the art package kind of.
I think it could have been cooler.
I think the playfield's fun,
But it was really fun to play.
but if you're going for art, you got to get the premium. You got to get the premium anyways. Honestly, because I think you're really missing out if you're getting the pro. And I say that because when the ball lock on the missile, it doesn't have the spiral, it doesn't have the physical ball lock there. It just says that a ball's locked.
Oh.
And
It's kind of unsatisfying.
unsatisfying. I do like the little James Bond jetpack multi-ball. I'm like, hey, that's Mandalorian. And though that's not needed, I actually liked
D. Kaiser.
more of that spiral ball lock. I felt like I needed an actual ball lock.
Yeah, D. Kaiser, I agree with that. As far as the theme on Godfather, you have scenes of people getting shot in the head and strangled, and then you have campy callouts and cartoony mech. It just seems weird. Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I just made that brighter.
Touch it. This should just be one other side.
I just touched it like...
You had to do that, didn't you?
I didn't come near that side, though, which was weird.
Doesn't matter. You can even touch one of the arms.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too, but it didn't work anywhere else I touched it. It's touch light. Sal said, I think on 007 you go pro.
On which one?
On James Bond, you go pro. I don't know. I honestly haven't looked at it enough to know what the difference is between the art on those.
The premium just has better art. I think the premium is that I think he's in a helicopter. Is that the last ball? No, it's in there.
So Sal said he noticed on James Bond, if you have premium, the pops are tied together. If you go pro, they're separate.
Oh, really?
Really? That is actually kind of weird.
I noticed that. Hold on, is it gonna give me that? It is.
Did we play Final Resistance? We did not get to play any of the multimorphic. I think by the time we got to that area, I think we were just kind of tired of waiting in lines, to be honest, and there was lines on all those. And we didn't make it back over there. But I heard it was really good. People seem to really like that one.
We definitely had line fatigue.
Yeah, we definitely got line fatigue.
A lot of lines. It took us an hour to play Pulp Fiction. There was 4 Pulp Fictions, and that was the line, right, because there was only 4. But that was the longest waiting.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, dude, an hour?
Yeah, Stellan Homegrown thought it was fun. Yeah, I heard that from everybody that we heard played it, said it was really fun.
Might as well take advantage of this snick that I got going on. Trying to get some little Deadpool jackpots going. Attaboy, I'll take that.
Pirate said, yeah, that's weird. The base module I went with, wait. Yeah, I can't blame you for being sick of waiting. Bond 60th. We didn't see a Bond 60th.
Nope, wasn't a Bond 60th.
But the normal game was fun. I know it's kind of different, but...
Yeah, it's a single level game.
Pirate ordered a P3 and a Weird Al.
Oh, Weird Al. Nice.
Rika Frats ordered Weird Al and Heist 10 months ago.
We went to that was nothing I could do with that.
Pulp Fiction was fun, Squalito, sorry.
We did go to the SP3 seminar, so that was cool. We actually saw them switch it out. Someone asked how long does it take to actually switch out a game.
Oh, the P3?
And I said SP3, that was a Ferrari. P3.
I was trying to figure out, I was like, wait a second, what?
And they did it in, they said we could do it in 3 minutes, and they literally did it in 3 minutes.
Oh, got it.
You can actually change that. That's how you change that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looked like it was really fast to swap out. So Pirate got Final Resistance for the base module and then ordered Weird Al also. I see. And yes, Squalito, Pulp Fiction we thought was pretty fun, but again, we were saying this earlier, you couldn't hear it. There's only 4 of them, so that's why we had to wait an hour to play. I would like to play it more and hear the game, but it was really fun from the one time playing it after waiting an hour.
And Sel was saying, and I agree that there probably won't be a lot of those made. So if you're having FOMO, this was probably a machine for that.
Well, didn't they say in the seminar that we went to that they sold 2,000 of them? It was like 1,000 LEs and 1,000 of the regular ones.
Not that I remember.
I remember that for sure. I like vividly remember that.
Then I guess they did.
But I think that was just the initial number. So I don't think that they were only selling that many, but they had already sold 2,000 is what he was saying. Pirate said he's ready to wait. Is that another one that you don't have to pay for it till they ship it? Because then we're usually ready to wait too. It gives you time to save. Yeah, I was gonna say, Sel, I'm sure will be streaming his Pulp Fiction when he gets it in 6 years. Yes, right. So Pirate just had to put a deposit on it. Yeah, same. So we put a deposit on Cactus Canyon 14 months ago. It's about 14 months ago, I think. still waiting for that, but we haven't had to pay for it yet, so it's given us plenty of time to save up the cash. Pirate Kickstarts a bunch of things used to waiting, yeah. I have a couple board games. I just got that dim sum one. The other one I ordered is, it's like a witch themed game. It's called Septima, so I'm waiting for that one from Kickstarter too. And there's other ones I think I'm going to do.
She's never gonna stop.
No.
She's never gonna stop.
There's some that I put, like, I did like the $1 Kickstart amount so you can just get access to the pledge manager later and go back and buy the game.
She's hooked. We'll never even play them. She just wants to buy them and punch out cardboard.
Dude, if I could just buy like boxes of cardboard to punch out, I probably would. It's so relaxing.
Yeah. You know those. You know you can buy the bubble popper things that. I think they're made out of rubber, so it acts like you're popping those things. She would buy cardboard and just punch out cardboard.
I actually do want to play the games, though. I just don't have a large group of people to play with all the time. So that's why you get to play all different kinds of games. Hey, man, it's a way cheaper hobby than pinball. D. Kaiser's had a Frosthaven campaign going for over a month. So good.
Holy
That's awesome.
Lord.
That's one of those big. So remember when we used to go to Mock's boarding house?
I hope it's big.
And they had that giant game box behind the counter. That was Gloomhaven. Frosthaven is like the sequel to that, I think. So it's another just big, huge game with all these like, I don't know, I guess like modules. So you just play a different, or like a, I don't remember what they call them, but like you play like a different section of the game each time. And some of those can take hours. It's like a campaign.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's even the word you used. Rika Fraz bought Godzilla Pro a week after I put my P3 deposit down. That's awesome. Once you
pop,
start, you just can't stop. Yeah, once you pop, you just can't stop.
Yeah, we thought we would get 2 because you have to have one when the other one's down. And you'll just get bored of one. And that's what starts it. Oh. All right, I'm just not making it. Oh. All right, where should we go? You're writing down Pringles?
No.
Right, those first 2 games are awesome.
Pingles.
Great. You want to find somebody to?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are gonna be playing Deadpool again Friday, and I think I'm gonna get a 3D print going too. Something basic, right?
Yes.
Just kind of fun to watch, see if it works or not. I ended up getting some new.
Pepper's right too.
I ended up getting some new stuff, resin, whatever, filament. That's what I'm talking about, and we'll do that.
All right. Frisco's on. Living Arcade is on. Zanzibar's on. Living Arcade and Frisco both have like 25 plus viewers.
Just go to.
Who do you want to go to?
Either Captain, or did you go to Pinball, or are you just going to people you're following? Just go to Captain.
Yeah, send him some love.
Yeah.
All right. All right,
He's
guys.
always cool.
He's our first follower.
Yeah, Captain was our first follower. He was our first streaming experience as far as going to someone's house and streaming and trying to figure out how to do it. And since we're trying to get 100, or get 365 followers for our first year.
Okay,
July
ready to
1st
start
will be year 1, basically. So yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. It was great seeing everybody at TPF. Hope to see you and even more of you at Pacific Northwest, right?
Yeah.
That's a month or 2 away, whatever that is.
Yep. 2 months. First weekend in June.
Yeah. So again, we're Rain City Pinball. I'm Eric. It's Courtney. Seattle Rust. Retro Game Gal.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging out. Say hi to Captain Zanzibar. We'll see you around. See you Friday.
Bye.